It's a good time for this to happen for as when you have your quarterback injure himself in Anthony Ionati, that really kind of throws things out of whack, especially when you look at it. He was the leader in passing in the league in the GFL before his injury.
Yes, Anthony Ionati was injured last week in a victory for the Chaos. They are now 3-0, and I was there at the game, and Ionati was really, really struggling, hard to get off the field by himself, and really hurt up his elbow. So I believe starting for a quarterback for the Chaos this week, they're looking at a couple of guys, Michael Valenti or James Former, could get the nod in the backfield for them. And as for the Thunder, a team that Chaos has yet to see, they're from the MILS league. The Chaos obviously being from the GFL, so it'll be interesting to see the Chaos playing this Thunder team that we have not seen yet.
Well, I can tell you one thing about this Thunder team, Cody, and that is that they are a very good team. When you look at their record from last year, they only had 3 losses on the year in the regular season. They go on into the playoffs, get to the championship game in their league, and end up losing there against Racine. But still, a very good team that they're playing against. And for those of you who are Blitz fans, it's funny, a lot of the coaching staff and some of the players are guys that are on the Blitz or who were on the Blitz. Some of them won't be here yet, but some of them will be. Mike Oliver, who is the head coach for the Chicago Blitz, he is actually the offensive coordinator for this team.
Yeah, and also I looked, Ryan O'Neal, too, was on the roster of the Thunder. He's actually also on the Blitz. He plays defensive end for them. So, and you see a lot of these guys that play with different teams around the area in different leagues, this being semi-pro football. But it'll be interesting to see because the Chaos really have not had a test like a team like the Thunder. So we'll see how they can attribute their skills and what they've been doing in their league and see if they can come away with a victory today. But it should be a big test without their star quarterback, Anthony Ionati.
Yeah, and when you look at it, too, for the Chicago Chaos, it's not like they're a team that struggles defensively. I mean, 28 points, that's all they've given up this year on the defensive side of things, which, I mean, when you only give up 28 points in 3 games, that's usually what you see some teams get in 1 game.
Yeah, well, this is a team that's got to look to run the ball. They have a 3-headed monster with their running backs. If you talk about, obviously, their star running back, Jarrell Johnson, then you add C.J. Young and you add Nate Kameu. Now, their defense, like you said, Chris, only gave up 28 points this year. The last 3 years, when they've been the champion of this league, they've been first every single year in defense. This is a defensive first team, so.
And they're still in first.
Still in first, yep. So it should be an exciting matchup tonight. And a beautiful day out, too, here at Andrew High School here in Tinley Park.
A beautiful day, a beautiful field, a little bit windy, but that shouldn't – I don't know how much it'll affect. It's a gusting wind, so you'll have that one big breeze, and then it'll kind of settle down, and then it'll gust again. So that shouldn't affect things too much as long as you get a little bit lucky and you're not throwing when that wind is when you're throwing the ball.
Yep.
So, but you'd have to imagine, of course, for the Chaos that the passing game kind of goes into the back pocket now a little bit because you're missing your star quarterback.
You may have to do, obviously pound the rock, pound the ball right through the middle, and look at some trick plays, maybe some screen plays. You're not going to really go down field too much with the inexperienced quarterback in there with Ionati's injury, and hopefully he'll be back soon. And the Chaos could really use a guy like him. He's been very good for them this year and the last couple years. So. Chaos going to have to win one without him today, though, as they take on the Thunder.
Yeah, I had a chance to see him in practice a little while ago when I was actually talking, negotiating things for us to do the broadcasts. I got to see him in action, and he's a guy who has a very strong arm, a very good arm, very accurate arm as well, which is the really big thing with him. Was watching him drop it in the bucket on some of the long, deep passes down the sideline, which that's really tough for any quarterback.
Yeah, one thing they would do with Ionati is they got the receivers. They had James Former running out of the slot. They would do a lot of short passes to him, but when they want to go deep, they would look at the receiver, I believe is number 81, Morris Thomas and Jerome Johnson, send them deep. Also Matthew Brockman, a big target, plays some tight end. They like to line him up on the outside. So this team has a lot of weapons on offense. In the last few weeks, they've struggled moving the ball a little bit, but you've seen bursts of potential because of all the talent they have on offense. But the main thing for this team is their defensive play. Their star player on defense is their middle linebacker, Nick Olson, who I tell you what, Chris, you're going to hear me call his name a lot today because he is all over the field for this defense.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things when you are struggling. Not that they're struggling offensively, but when you have an injury to a big player on the offensive side, that your defense can kind of carry things for you a little bit while you kind of find your rhythm, depending on who we see start today for quarterback. I mean, when you have the weapons that you have to throw the ball. You do. And the good thing is that there should be some bigger windows to throw into because of that.
Yeah, when you have good hands out there on the receiving unit, sometimes you make a pass maybe not as good as it could be. Receiver can still go up and make a play on it. So, good players make players better. So we're going to see how good these receiving core and this running back core of the Chaos really is today.
And when you look at it, too, for the Chaos, you have two guys leading the league in yards. You've got James Former as one of them, and if he's throwing the ball, it's a little unfortunate because you lose a really good offensive threat there. But still, two guys in the tops of the league in passing, and yeah, we're only in week 4, going into week 4. Obviously, they have a week off.
Yep.
But still, a very, very dangerous on the outside too.
Well, I'll be interested to see what they do. Maybe they start the game with Former, and then maybe come back with a different guy. I know they have Michael Valenti, who was playing a little quarterback last week. And so I'll be interested to see what guys maybe get an opportunity today, and they may move forward for the next few weeks while Ionati is on the bench.
Yeah, and you don't know. There hasn't been word of how long it's going to take for Ionati to come back from his injury, so you have to find something that's going to work, and you have to assume that he's not going to be here for a while. That's the way that you have to go as the KS. Obviously, you want him back sooner than later, but until he is, you want something that's going to work.
Exactly. He's a very good player for this team, but they have to have that next man up mentality and know they have a big game today. Though it being an exhibition day, it's a good measuring stick to see where you really stand. Obviously 3-0, they're one of the best teams in the league, and let's go out and prove it today.
And this is a great opportunity here, the merging of these two leagues and playing each other. This being one of the first games that they're going to have where there's going to be some other teams as well that'll do the same thing.
Yeah, and like I said, they've really shown their dominance so far in this league, and now with the Thunder coming in, you said how good they've been in their league. It's kind of the clash of the two alpha males of these two leagues.
Right.
Chaos, they're 3-time champions in the GFL, so it'll be interesting to see how they mesh with teams from a league they have not yet experienced to play against.
Yeah, so you have the champions of the GFL on one side, and then you have the runners-up of the MSFL on the other side. That's a pretty good matchup, I think, all the time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It should be a good game. It should be exciting. But the thing I look at, Chris, will always be with Ionati out there, they're not going to be – I don't know if they're going to be as dynamic on offense.
And they don't necessarily have to, which is something we said earlier.
They have that defense.
When you have a defense that way, you just need to be able to do something on the offensive end. Nobody expects this team to really be the same way they were on offense with Ionati, with a different quarterback in there. So when you're the Chaos, you have to think of it from a different perspective. It's, all right, we just need to help our defense out, sustain drives, get some points on the board, and let your defense do what they do best.
And their defense has shown that this season. They've come the Xeon Atomic Swarm week 1. They scored 42 points in their game. They came in week 2 against the Chaos. They scored 0. So this Chaos team defensively can they create turnovers and they shut you down. They come at you. They sack you. They're very athletic, and they're beasts of this league on defense. So they've proven they're very good.
Yeah, we still have some time. It looks like about 10 minutes until we get to kickoff here, too. So we will take a timeout, and we'll be back with that first quarter here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the basics of the industry here when it came to video and audio production, and took those skills to the next level, and made myself a very successful career. So the Illinois Center for Broadcasting really is a great launch pad or stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into the multimedia AV business, radio, or television. What you get out of the program is what you put in. So check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting today. Go to beonair.com, the Ohio and Illinois Centers for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
If you have a passion for radio or TV like I do, then the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is the place to be for real-world training. We know how you want to learn, and we teach it to you that way, hands-on. What you'll learn are the technology and skills that you'll really use in the broadcasting industry. 3 out of 4 of our graduates are working in the industry, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. So if you want to work in broadcasting, the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where broadcasting careers begin.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. I want to have fun and meet new people. I want to be social. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You'll learn how to do a voiceover, how to use camera equipment, actual hands-on. You can even host your own country radio show. All of our teachers actually work in the industry too. Go to beonair.com/country and register for your chance to win a pair of Country Thunder tickets. That's beonair.com/country.
I'm an instructor at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, and I can tell you, we're all about sports broadcasting.
My passion is for boxing, and my career puts me ringside and cage side covering the action for ESPN Chicago, as well as serving as a ring announcer.
Main of Pride. If you want a career that you love, check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where you'll learn the craft from the pros in the business like me. Call today at 630-916-1700 and tell them Ray Flores sent you.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the basics of the industry here when it came to video and audio production, and took those skills to the next level, and made myself a very successful career. So the Illinois Center for Broadcasting really is a great launch pad or stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into the multimedia AV business, radio, or television. What you get out of the program is what you put in. So check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting today. Go to beonair.com, the Ohio and Illinois Centers for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
If you have a passion for radio or TV like I do, then the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is the place to be for real-world training. We know how you want to learn, and we teach it to you that way, hands-on. What you'll learn are the technology and skills that you'll really use in the broadcasting industry. 3 out of 4 of our graduates are working in the industry, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. So if you want to work in broadcasting, the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where broadcasting careers begin.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. I want to have fun and meet new people. I want to be social. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You'll learn how to do a voiceover, how to use camera equipment, actual hands-on. You can even host your own country radio show. All of our teachers actually work in the industry too. Go to beonair.com/country and register for your chance to win a pair of Country Thunder tickets. That's beonair.com/country.
I'm an instructor at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, and I can tell you we're all about sports broadcasting.
My passion is for boxing, and my career puts me ringside and cage side covering the action for ESPN Chicago, as well as serving as a ring announcer.
Main Pride. If you want a career that you love, check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where you'll learn the craft from the pros in the business like me. Call today at 630-916-1700 and tell them Ray Flores sent you.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the basics of the industry here when it came to video and audio production, and took those skills to the next level, and made myself a very successful career. So the Illinois Center for Broadcasting really is a great launch pad or stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into the multimedia AV business, radio, or television. What you get out of the program is what you put in. So check out the Illinois Center for
I want to have a job in something I love doing. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you can learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You can even host your own radio show. Go to beonair.com/Lombard to enroll now. That's beonair.com/Lombard.
blitz
there
game.
you
So
go.
there you go. You get both of them at the same time.
So we are getting ready now to kick off. It's going to be Dominic Kozlowski for the Chaos kicking deep. They have a couple guys back. Number 82, Josh Jenkins, back deep to receive for the Thunder. And the kick is up. It's a low line drive. It bounces at about the 25. Taken at the 20, about the 25 up to the 30. Breaks a tackle past the 35 up to the 40. Gets brought down at about the 39. That was number 21 on the return of the Thunder, Greg Bess-Henning, defensive back. And now the Thunder's offense will come out for their first drive of this game.
Well, arm tackles aren't going to work here, and that's clearly what you saw as we get to look at this return once again. Try the arm tackle there, not working. Have to line your player up and put a good hit on them. This is a very good team in the Thunder, and they've got some good returners too.
So it'll be a quite an adjustment for the Chaos. Like I said, they really haven't played a whole lot of competition, to say the least. As the Thunder come to the line of scrimmage, Greg Holcomb will be starting quarterback. He's in, looks like maybe ready to set up.
Looks like the pistol.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he's going to back up a little bit. I guess not. So it will be the pistol formation. It's not going to be Jorge Sierra, actually. Drops back, hands it off to his running back, up the middle to the right. Gains maybe about 1 yard at the 40. And it's actually going to be Eric Guthrie at quarterback. I'm trying to see that's can you tell the number he is, Chris? Is that 18?
Yeah, I believe you're right. It's 18. And when you look at it here, it's a good job by the Chaos up front. They get a linebacker to come free through the hole, and he's able to get a hand on him and slow him down.
So the Thunder are back to the line of scrimmage. They have out of the pistol again, two wide receivers to the right, one to the left, two guys in the backfield off the quarterback. Waiting for the snap. Chaos in about 3-4, 4-3. Takes the handoff now up the run quarterback keeper. Gets about a couple yards and wrestled down. Maybe a 2-yard gain.
Line play always important here in these games, Cody, especially the feeling out process in the beginning. And good push so far from the defensive line of the Chaos, as you see there. Hold him up enough to allow the pile to come and take him down for a gang tackle. So very short gains here in these first couple of plays.
As we've seen already with the Thunder, they like to run the ball a lot like the Chaos are going to maybe have to do today. As they line up now 3 trips to the left, 1 wide receiver to the right. Running back in the backfield. Out of the gun. Taking his time. Waits for the snap. Drops back. Looks left. Throws the left into the flat. And low ball cannot hang on for the Thunder. Was wide receiver Jalen Grace, who came on a little slot crossing pattern on the outside. And so now the Thunder will send their punting unit out.
Well, and you saw there, too, you saw the quarterback hit his chest saying, sorry, that's my fault. Threw the ball a little bit low for his player there. That's really tough to try and get. So,
yeah, it was a tough play there. I mean, he had the guy open, just could not make the throw. Little inaccurate. And now punting for the Thunder.
Yeah, I think they were missing a guy there for the Thunder, so that's why you saw them kind of looking around confused, trying to find somebody to get out there.
So this punt would be about from the 42-yard line. Deep to return for the Chaos. High punt. Going to be caught by Valenti at about 25. Gets a couple yards up to the 32, maybe 33.
Yeah, it just took whatever he had there on the punt. And we got a player down on the Thunder side as well. But Valenti delivered a hard hit. I think he had a player kind of lose his I think he got hit right in the sternum, maybe losing a as we get a better look at it here in slow motion.
And
yeah, he got a shoulder, or the helmet right into the stomach.
That was Cliff Harris on the playing gunner position there. He does walk off the field. He does look okay.
Yeah, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him is what it looked like.
That will happen in football.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So this is the first time now today we're going to see the Chaos offense without Ionati. Their quarterback's going to be Dylan Hunter. So Dylan Hunter getting a big opportunity today as teams break huddle. Chaos come out 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Got running back in the backfield is Johnson. Out of the shotgun is Hunter. Defense in a 4-3 set. Hunter hands off to Johnson. Johnson to the right. Dances around, gets outside, up the middle now, finds a little crease, gets about to the 39-yard line. And maybe a fumble on the play, and the Thunder say they have it, and they're going to give it to the Thunder.
As we'll get to look at this one again, I mean, it was really unfortunate for the Chaos. You look, their offensive line does a good job building a wall, allowing him a lane to run, and you see the strip there right at the end as he's running forward as he's about to go down for the Thunder.
Really a bad sign there for the Chaos. You come in with your second-string quarterback, saying without Ionati, and now your star running back on the first play of the game fumbles the ball after a pretty decent run. It looked like he was going to get a few yards on that play and turn it over right at the start.
Yeah, it was a good start. It looked like you were going to have a second and short situation, and now you got to go back onto the defensive side. And this was something they said they needed to avoid. It's early on, though. It's only one mistake.
So Greg Holcomb over the middle, a little behind his receiver who was cutting inside on a little cross pattern. So now it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Thunder. And the Thunder in excellent position here after the turnover, getting the ball on the Chaos's 40-yard line as they go back to the huddle. About 11 minutes to go in this game, in this first quarter, sorry. And the Thunder so far have held the ball pretty much the whole time after that turnover by the Chaos. So Holcomb out of the gun, trips right, one receiver to the left, running back in the backfield along with Holcomb. Defense showing blitz. Holcomb drops back to pass, looks to his right, now scrambles to his left, keeps his eyes downfield, throws one over the middle, and right to him, dropping the pass, number 8 for the Thunder.
You know, I was just about to say, too, some of the passes have been a little bit off here at the start, and there's a beautiful pass right in the middle and just dropping it, and can't have that when your quarterback's having a little bit of trouble with the wind. The wind has been tough today, and a good throw, too, on the run into the middle of the field.
Holcomb did an excellent job getting out of pocket and just the receiver could not make the catch on that.
I think he heard footsteps as well. I think he might have heard Rocco coming, so that may have been part of it as well.
And did you see what happened there, Chris? They moved the ball back to the 50. There might have been
holding
on the play, so that's going to repeat 2nd down now. So it'll be 2nd and 20 for the Thunder at midfield.
And the flag is is brought to you by Tooker Flags, personalized penalty flags and challenge flags. Great fundraising tool and official flag of the GFL. Visit us at tookerflags.com.
Holcomb out of the gun, bobbles a snap, ball on the ground. He just gets on it, and smart move by Holcomb to not try to make something out of nothing. Just fall on that ball, make sure you don't turn the ball over, live to fight another down.
Especially with the pursuit too that the Chaos have had. They're getting through the line into the gaps and just getting to the quarterback really fast. And when you drop the ball there, that gives you even less time. We've already seen that he's been scrambling a couple of times when he's dropped back.
And we talk about the interior defensive line of this Chaos team with Adam Nelson and Nelson Jefferson, 2 big bodies. They get right in there. So it's going to be now about a 3rd and 17 as Holcomb out of the gun, one receiver in the backfield, maybe now out of the pistol now as the running back goes to the back. 3 trips right receivers, 1 to the left. Holcomb throws a screen pass outside, gets a couple yards maybe, bounces off a few tackles, finally goes down at about the 48. So it's going to be about 4th and 12 now here in the first, under 10 minutes to go. And the Thunder will send a punt unit out. And the Thunder really haven't got anything going on offense, Chris.
Well, part of it was you had a flag there that pushed them really far back, and then you have the fumble on the snap. So that really stalls your drive as it is anyways. But the other thing is, too, is I think for the Chaos, even though you've stopped them twice, I think the talk on the sideline has to be we need to shore up our tackling here a little bit. Granted, they had a really long way to go.
They're 17 yards.
But when a guy runs through 2-3 tackles, you don't like seeing that on the defensive end.
And that's uncharacteristic of this Chaos team. They're usually a very good tackling team. So snap hits the ground, and it's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a turnover on downs now as the Chaos are going to take over from the Thunder's 34-yard line. So huge turn of events we've seen today, Chris, already with the Chaos fumble by Jarrell Johnson leading to Thunder in great field position. They couldn't do anything with it. It backed them up about 15, 16 yards.
Yeah, and that snap, watching it on the replay, it hit right in front of the feet of your punter. That's really tough on your punter because it's not even going to take a bounce up to him, especially on turf. So So he really had no chance of getting that punt off. He just did the best thing that he could, which was not give up the ball and let them go in for a score on special teams.
So already 2 turnovers now early in this game with not even still over 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter as the Chaos come back out. Dylan Hunter out of the gun, Johnson in the backfield with them, 2 receivers to the right, and now we have a stoppage of time as they need to change the play clock.
They need to move the chains,
I'll
too.
move the chains, too, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the chains, they had the chain gang was in the wrong spot. I think they were still where the previous spot of the ball was, so they had to move them up.
So they get resumed now as Hunter out of the gun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looking at his receiver, maybe calling a different audible. Out of the gun, fakes the handoff, throws a screen to the left. Picked up, cross maybe to about the 31-yard line. That's number 11, Jason Sumling of the Chaos, picks up a few yards. And we spoke of this earlier, Chris, without Ionati in there, you're going to see a lot more short passes from this Chaos team.
Well, not only that, to build important because you don't have the arm of Ionati out there, but also just to kind of get your quarterback with a little bit of confidence with this group that he hasn't really been playing with as of late behind center. So you saw on the throw there, I think it was a change at the line because they saw that the defensive back was so far back that they wanted to try and take a couple of yards there if they could.
Hunter hands it off up the middle out of the shotgun run, and helmet falling off.
Flag thrown in there as well.
So we'll see what the flag is. And they're going to say, so the referee comes over, he's going to give us a signal right now. And so we've seen, it's going to go against the Thunder.
Face mask.
Face mask. So that's going to move the Chaos into the red zone.
We'll give them a first down as well. That's a really big penalty here against the Thunder, but great opportunity for the Chaos. They really didn't have anything going on that play, and they get the benefit of the flag there because of that face mask. So now you move down and you have an opportunity in the red zone.
It actually be at the 16-yard line to be exact. And this is going to be good for Dylan Hunter if he can get the ball in the end zone on their second drive of the day. As they resume play now, Hunter out of the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 in the left. He's got Perry in the backfield. Hunter throws another screen to the right. That's Former. Former making some moves, gets upfield, gains about maybe 2-3 yards. So it should be about 2nd and 7.
Not a bad play on the first down. You get a couple of yards, move yourself a little bit closer to the end zone. The throw led him a little bit in front so that way he could start going on the screen. Just didn't get outside quick enough. He had a little bit of room there.
Yeah, Former they like to use a lot in these short games. They're not going to go downfield too much with them with the size they have on the outside, but Former being their slot receiver, they get the ball quick, let him make some moves. So Dylan Hunter now on a 2nd and 7 out of the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back in the backfield. Hands it off to him. His helmet falls off again, I believe, and that's going to be another face mask. I'm telling you, Chris, 2 face masks already. We'll wait until to see what they call, but that's where I believe it was on the Perry run.
I think you're right. I want to see a replay of it, too, which we will get to see right now, to see what exactly happened, because it almost looked like, I mean, it was really tough to tell, because the flag is going to be on, I believe, Baptiste Williams, and it was tough to tell from that angle, but, I mean, he was just tackling him high was part of the problem. And, yeah, he does get around the helmet there, and maybe the helmet's not on well, but it doesn't matter. You grab the helmet, you grab the face mask, they're going to call it every time.
Maybe some Chaos strategy there, kind of loosen their helmets up a little bit more. But, you know, in this league, though, I have noticed they're really strict with their penalties, and if you go anywhere near the head, they're going to throw a flag on you. So these teams got to know that, and you have to adjust accordingly to it.
And Williams is a big guy, too, so he's got to get really low on somebody as short
as Perry, who's
yes.
about, yeah, so.
I mean, you're talking about a 6'7" guy going on.
A 6'1" guy.
I don't even know if he's 6'1". I think that might be a
little. That's what the list, maybe with shoes. Now, here you go, Chris. They have C.J. Young now in the backfield. So look for a run here as they have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, their normal formation. The snap, the hard count, hands off to Young. Young up the middle, keeps those legs turning, pushes forward about 2-3 yards. That is a big guy for in their backfield. C.J. Young, he's only about 5'11", but 250 pounds.
The offensive line doing their job so far, opening a hole for him to at least get past that first level into the second level. He didn't get really far into it, but you get past the line, anything can happen, and they open up the hole. So when you're in the red zone, when you have a power running game like they do, just keep pounding the ball.
And it'll be a 2nd and goal now from about 3.5 line. As run the ball again to fake the run, and now a quarterback keeper. And I think he got down about the 1 yard line, maybe 1 yard line was Dylan Hunter. Nice fake to Young and moved to the right, found a little seam and got upfield about the 2 yard lines where they mark it.
Yeah, it's kind of obviously it's the fake and the handoff, but it's a bit of a counter as well because the line is going as if the handoff was happening, and he just takes the space that he can find.
So now it's going to be 3rd and goal here for the Chaos. And Hunter lines up in a 2-back shotgun set, 1 receiver on each side. A high snap. Hunter runs away, getting pressured. And he's going to go down back at the 12-yard line. He wanted a face mask call. He's not going to get one. So, I'm sorry, at about the 7-yard line. Sorry about that. About the 7-yard line is where he went down. Going to lose some yards there on the sack.
Well, we saw the last couple of snaps were high. That one was really high. He had to jump to at least get his fingertips on it and then bring it down. Then he just ran away just to escape to try and do something. But once he got outside, that's when he has to throw the ball away. Just keep your spot and live for the next play. You lose yards there. You have to remember you're still the quarterback. You can still make a throw. And once you're outside the tackle box, you're fine to throw it out and at least keep your yardage.
Good thing, though, was they still put them in position to get some points on this drive. As now coming out is Dominic Kozlowski to attempt the field goal. About a 24-yarder. And the snap and the kick, and it's a low kick. It hits off his own player. It's going to be a live ball there. And so the Thunder will take over. So then again, Chris, you had a good drive. It stalled in the red zone inside the 10-yard line. Let's take a look at the replay.
And when you look at that snap, he just missed the ball when he kicked it. I don't know if he hit the top of it, as we'll get the slow motion of it here too. Looks like he just hit the side of it, really, and he just didn't get enough of the ball, and that's why it went straight into the line, hit his own lineman. So because they did their job out in front, they at least gave him room to get that kick off, especially a close kick. He's just got to get it up high.
So nonetheless, though, the Thunder will take over out of the pistol again as Holcomb. He hands it off to his running back up the middle, picks up a few yards over to about the 10-yard line. Running for the Thunder on that play was Dante Washington.
Not a bad first down run. They at least got some push up front. As you see, a little bit of a hole opens up there, but the good backside pursuit from the Chaos doesn't let it get too far into the second level.
So 2nd and 7 now. Holcomb out of the pistol again. 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Drops back, hands it off up the middle. Big hole, bursted through, gets a hit up over across the 20. About the 21 was Dorelli Middleton.
And Middleton, a very fast player, too. He burst through that hole, a really good hole on that right side of their offensive line. And I think maybe it was the little bit of misdirection that ended up helping out there. The first fake and then handing it off to the back behind in that pistol is what really seemed to open it up.
So 3rd and short, only need a couple yards here. They give it back to Middleton. He is stuffed on the first effort and then brought down by, there he is, Nick Olson, number 52, middle linebacker of this team. And that's going to force another punt here for the Thunder.
Well, you said you were going to say his name probably quite a few times, and when you look at it, he runs into his own lineman there, and just getting enough of him there was Olsen to slow him down to allow for the pursuit to get to him once they saw that it was a run.
And, Chris, I think I spoke too soon. It looks like they're going to go for it here. And
well,
now
I think they're changing now. They've got
I would be very surprised if they try to go for it on that one, but it looks like they're going to stay in. I don't know if they just forgot what down it was. As Holcomb comes off the field looking kind of confused.
Well, I mean, it was a short. It's not a 1 yardage play, and you don't want to give the Chaos an opportunity here. Now, granted, you did stall them their last time in the red zone. Doesn't mean you're going to do it again. You don't give the team that percentage.
No. And not a very good punt on that one as it angles way outside. Let's see where they mark it as the official is running down the sideline, and he's going to give him a pretty, as he moves up, I'm trying to think. It looked like going up by the 30, right, Chris?
I would say 35, 34.
Okay, there he is standing at the 34, so Chaos are going to take over.
Because it landed at about the 40, but it didn't land so far outside. And so far, the kicker's not quite getting all their foot on it so far. And, yeah, you saw that it landed at about the 40, 34, 35. They gave him the 34. That's not too bad of a spot.
So still the Chaos excellent field position to start again as they have been all day. Let's see if they can get something out of it now. The Thunder have played some pretty good defense. They got the block kick, obviously. I think a lot of that had to do with the bad kick from down to Kozlowski's. You not get a leg under it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. But they're in their offensive half again, so fortune favors is in favor of them so far.
And Johnson moves in motion to the right side of Hunter. Hunter out of the gun, snaps it, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson up the middle, picks up a nice little run there, about 4 yards to the 30.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was a lot of room for him to run there, too, and he just managed to turn it into a nice little gain there.
Well, this guy is one of their best running backs. He's one of the best running backs in the league. Last year, he ran for over 850 yards without that many opportunities, knowing this is a passing league and a passing team in the Chaos, but obviously no Ionati in there. They're going to look to run the ball more.
Yeah, just a good move by him. He looked like he was going to take it to the outside, then he cuts it in up through the middle off of his tackle. Just found the seam with enough space for him to get some yards.
And Hunter, a little screen pass to Former. Former makes a move to the inside, gets about 5-yard gain up to the 25-yard line. So it should be about 3rd and short now. We'll see where they mark the ball exactly. It's going to be right at the 25.
And these are good plays so far. You're getting 4 or 5 yards. That's enough where you're at least moving the ball. You're killing off a little bit of time on the clock. Your defense isn't spending a lot of time out there. They've only had the 1 turnover, which that's good too.
And Hunter, single back, he's going to keep it on the sneak. And it looked like he got enough on the first try there. Give him some forward progress there. Let's see where they mark it. I think he got by. What do you think, Chris?
They're giving it to him.
First down, yeah.
They're giving it to
him.
So it doesn't matter what I think.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It was very close. It's only given about 1 yard. That's about all they needed, though. So 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line, and the Chaos just methodically, slowly but surely moving the ball down the field. And now we have looks like they got to move the chains again.
Yeah, the chains still haven't moved. They signaled for the first down. They're getting together. I think they're talking about this, but while we have a second here, let's talk about Party Guard Chicago, a founder and partner with the Chicago Chaos. They are an all-inclusive touring operating company that promotes responsible entertainment for all your transportation and event planning needs. Go to partyguardchicago.com. But, yeah, when you look at it here, Cody, I mean, they got together. They made the call. It should be 4th down, I believe, too. They still have it marked as a 3rd down, as now they do change it. So it's 4th and short, and you'd have to think that the Chaos are going to go for it.
I would definitely go for it on this one. It's different than the Thunder being 4th and short from their own 20. This is from the Thunder's 25 with the Chaos ball as they take the snap. He's going to be quarterback keeper. Hunter has a lot of room, gets outside and gets tackled at the knees and jumps forward about maybe the 23-yard line. So 1st down Chaos as they're now inside the red zone at about the marks at the 18-yard line.
He saw that he had all that space, too, and he saw a player coming, and he was looking at where the marker was. He made sure that he was at least past the marker, which was the important thing. It doesn't matter about making that tackle miss and going upfield for the touchdown. You live for another play.
Yeah, that's a football play right there. That was not a quarterback play. That was a football play. He picks up the 1st down, and like you said, Chris, fight another down. So now out of the shotgun is Hunter. Johnson in the backfield with him. Hunter drops back to pass, stays in that pocket, throws it short. A little underthrown, trying to hit his tight end on the play was Thomas Loving. who kind of came out for a 4-yard button hook on the left side.
A lot of room there for him, too. He just missed him with the pass. I want to see if that deflected off of someone off of the line, because it looked like that ball had a little bit of a wobble when he went.
As you just saw the play before, to pick up that first down to put them in this red zone opportunity. Now it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Hunter out of the gun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Johnson in the backfield. Johnson staying in the back block. A pass to the outside of Former. Former leaps and grabs and goes down at about the 9-yard line. A little high on the pass, but Former makes an athletic play to come down with it.
But that's a throw you like to see from your quarterback. He's anticipating his receiver coming open before he breaks in his route, because he threw that ball before he broke to the right.
And he really put that in a spot where only Former can go up and get it. As that's gonna do it for the first quarter here, Chris.
Yeah, we'll see that play that ended the quarter, the play that got them the first down here. Very important and crucial play there, which got them the opportunity to continue on here in the red zone.
So that's going to do it for the first quarter here.
Oh, that's right. As Workup Fitness, the indoor facility offering a unique approach to obstacle course training, our services will accommodate the growth demand for this popular sport. Visit us at workupfitness.com.
And so we were here. We'll be back in a little bit. Again, this is Cody Grant and Chris Wasco at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois. SportsDownChicago.com.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
Welcome back, everybody, to SportsDownChicago.com. We're here to start in the second quarter as Hunter out of the under center in the single back formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, hands it off to Young. Young up the middle, nowhere to go, gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So now it's going to be a 4th down.
Another situation just like they were just in. We'll see if they decide to go for it again. It's a 4th and short. You went for it last time. I mean, you might as well go for it again.
Yeah, right now 100% on the tries, 1 for 1. So you're looking pretty good from there. Let's see what they call as the offense does stay on the field. So no hesitation here for the Chaos as they're going to try to pick up another 4th and 1 as they did in the first quarter.
You have to wonder if maybe they'll try a hard count, try and draw them off sides. Here in this situation, it's a little bit longer than the last one that you had for the 4th and 1.
Well, it won't be a QB sneak because Hunter is lining up in the shotgun with C.J. Young back there in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Young now looks at Young. Hunter looks at Young. Hunter out of the gun, snaps it now, a quarterback draw. And so I wasn't totally wrong. It wasn't a sneak, but the quarterback did keep it as he gets close to their first down. Let's see where they mark it.
I don't know how good of a spot that was. I think it was. I think he got a little bit more than what they gave him.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field.
Yeah, they have him right on that yellow line. It looked like he got a little bit past it, so I don't know how good of a spot that is. I think they're going to have to measure this one.
So looking to the sideline at the chain gang, let's see what they say as the referees now all around there by both teams.
Well, we have a second here. The Chaos family now includes the Chicago Force women's tackle football team, in which is in their 13th season and including 9 division titles, 3 conference championships, and 1 national championship. The women's sport features a full gear of 11 on 11, and they did not get it, is what they're calling. It's an NFL-style game in the 2015 season now, and currently 5-0 as the Force have outscored their opponents 336-15. On Saturday, May 30th, the Force welcomed the defending national champions, the Renegades, at Evans Township High School, as kickoff is at 7 p.m. Come see both nationally and internationally ranked women's football athletes in what's bound to be a fierce competition. Go to ChicagoForceFootball.com for more information.
So as you heard from Chris, they did not pick up that first down. The chain gang did come out, and like you said, Chris, I don't know if that's the best spot on that one. I thought he got a few more yards, but nonetheless, it's going to be a turnover for the Chaos, and the Thunder are going to start inside their own 10-yard line as Holcomb out of the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set, drops back, looking downfield to the right, makes a throw, and that's going to be almost picked off on the play. Great jump on it was number 12 of the Chaos. That was
Dylan Hunter.
Dylan Hunter is actually their quarterback. He changed their number.
Oh, they changed numbers.
Yes. So we don't have a number for you folks, but nice play there by the corner. The Chaos is now going to be second down and 10 as dropping back as Holcomb. He goes back over to the right, throws it up top, and that one is picked off by Valenti, Michael Valenti, the safety for this Chaos team, and that ball was thrown into double coverage, and Valenti just goes up there and pulls that down.
Yeah, he had that one read the entire way. He broke to the right side of the field. Easy one for him to take away, and he was in the best position to catch the ball.
So that's already now for the Thunder. They have now 2 turnovers, while the Chaos also have 2 turnovers. Still no score in this game. We're here in the second quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for listening to us on SportsTownChicago.com. I am Cody Grant. Alongside me is Chris Labasco. We are at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois, for the Chicago Chaos and Chicago Thunder. So change of possession here. Chaos now come up to the 40-yard line. They're going left to right in Thunder territory. Dylan Hunter out of the gun. 2 receivers to right, 1 to the left. Drops back to pass, looks right, throws on a slant route. Going up for the grab, trying to make a one-hander was Deshaun Sutton. Could not come down with it.
And that was not a bad drawn-up play, too, by the Chaos. They loaded up the line, made it look like they were going to run here, maybe to the left side, but instead they go with a quick throw to the right side. They had their player, they had the opportunity there, too, and just not able to bring the ball in. It wasn't a great throw, but it wasn't a terrible throw either.
It was a good play call, just not the best execution as they could not come up with it. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. So Hunter comes back up to the line, out of the gun, tight end on the left, 1 receiver to the left, 2 receivers to the right, 1 running back in the backfield. Hunter drops back, looks left, pressure coming, throws a floater out, brought down, breaking a tackle at the 30 now. Goes down to about the 29, maybe 28 on the play is Thomas Loving, the tight end, big body tight end of this team for the Chaos. I'll tell you just a little bit of Thomas Loving. He's 6'4", 275 pounds, Chris.
And that was the only place they were looking at to go with that play. He was looking Loving's way the entire way and just did what he could to make sure he got the ball out in time because there was a pretty strong rush coming from the Thunder to try and stop him.
Yeah, so good job by Dylan Hunter to recognize that rush, but at the same time stay in there and wait for Loving to break to the left. So that's going to be a first down now. Chaos moving the ball at the 29 of the Thunder as Dylan Hunter out of the gun, receiver in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As he drops back, hands it off, and we got flags from both sides as yet to go down, finally brought down. And we have a fumble on the play now. So we'll see what the flags are on. They let them play through it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the flag was a holding. With how early it was and where the flag was, that's what I'm pretty sure it is. I think this is going to be Thunder ball. It was really early. It might even be offsides.
Well, the one thing, I mean, they let them play through it, so we know it wasn't a false start. That's the only thing it can't be.
Right.
But you saw, I think that might have been lined up in the neutral zone because you saw the both referees on both sides were ready to throw those flags out there.
Yeah, that might be what it is. It's tough to tell from our camera angle if they were lined up offsides or not. But the fumble happened. It was definitely a fumble. There's no doubt about that.
So that's going to be offside, so that will be a penalty on the Thunder. So to negate the fumble, the Chaos will keep the ball. So big break there for the Chaos because you're talking about another turnover if there was no offsides on that play, but they do keep it. And now it's going to be 1st and 5 now for the Chaos as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They got Former in the slot, Sutton on the right, receiver on the left, Hunter out of the gun. One running back next to him. And it's a fumble on the snap, and Hunter tries to run away with it and brought down back at the 36-yard line. So going to lose some yards there, about 7-yard loss on the sack. And I don't know if that was a bad snap, a little high snap.
It was
there,
another
Chris.
snap that was off.
And we've seen a few too many of those today.
Yeah, you watch the snap here. It's not a terrible snap. I think he took his eye off of it a little bit soon because it wasn't a place. It wasn't like he was going to have to jump for the ball or anything to get it. Yeah, that's when he just kind of takes his eye off and looks to hand it off before he has control of it for Hunter. So we've had some trouble with the snaps, but part of the reason why Dylan Hunter's in the shotgun is because you don't have to put him under center then, because under center is much more difficult than actually taking a shotgun snap.
But one good thing, because of the offsides, now it's only 2nd and 12 instead of a second and longer than that. So Hunter comes to the line of scrimmage out of the gun, pitches it to Johnson. Johnson up the middle, about nowhere to go there, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 3rd and long here, Chris, and the Thunder defense has been very good against this Chaos offense.
And they are a very good defense. When you look at it throughout their history last year, they were a team that didn't give up very many points. I mean, I think they had only one loss. They had 2 losses in the regular season. One of them, they gave up 35 points. That was their worst loss every game. I mean, they started off the season with two straight shutouts. So they're a pretty good defensive team. There's no doubt about that. And really, it's whichever offense – it seems like whichever offense kind of gets it going first is going to be the team that wins.
So Dylan Hunter comes back up out of the gun. He has Jarrell Johnson in the backfield along with side with him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 tight end on the left. Drops back to pass. Hunter looks to the left, throws a deep ball over to the left side, going up, making the play as a defender on that interception for the Thunder. Number 22, Chris Muhammad, their corner, staying right with Former, and that throw.
We do have a flag in the backfield, though.
Wonder if that's way in the backfield.
I think it's going to be a roughing the passer. I think is what it's going to be. That's why you still have the offense out there.
And they're pointing over there, so that's going to be another big break for the Chaos and a heartbreaking break for the Thunder as they made a great play on defense in the secondary, but the defensive line.
And the replay here, you're going to see the player coming on that far side. You see the ball already well gone and delivers the hit right to the chest to send him down. Easy call for the officials there.
Good call there, and so it's the Chaos going to keep possession here in the second, over 10 minutes to go, and they're going to get an automatic first down on that one. Nearing the red zone now at the 21-yard line as they get in the huddle. And what demoralizing play there for the Thunder. You know, coming out of the pick, you get excited, you think you're going to get the ball back, and you get the flag on the play.
Well, here's the thing, too, when you look at it from the Thunder's point of view, I mean, that's an unnecessary hit that was put on there at the end. Your team's going – your team, you don't know what's going to happen, obviously. You don't realize because you can't see what's behind you that your team intercepted the ball. But that's a throw that when you see it, that's a prayer. I mean, this is a guy – you know that he's not the starting quarterback. That's one thing in Dylan Hunter. And he's throwing a ball up there. He's hoping his guy can get to it. He didn't get any help from the wind. That knocked the ball down a little bit, which allowed for the Thunder to intercept it. But with the hit there, you just negate everything that happened.
So zoom and play now. Dylan Hunter out of the gun, drops back to pass, looks to his left, now over the middle, now trying to scramble a little bit. Now pitches it to Johnson. Johnson to the left and gets brought down. There's a flag on the field on the near side 20-yard line right in front of us. We'll see what the call is.
That came out right away. I'm going to say that it's an offsides again on the Thunder. And this is what's really hurting the Thunder right now. Obviously, it's to the advantage of the Chaos, of course, but a lot of flags early on. But we'll see if this one is against them or not. It looks like it's going to be against the Chaos.
And it's going to be a false start. So they did not blow it dead.
Right, that's why I thought it was an offsides, because they didn't blow it dead.
That's one thing I even said on the last flag. I thought there's no way it was a false start because they did not blow it dead.
If you want to play some football as well, there's the Greater Chicago Flag Football League, based in Melrose Park, Illinois. Co-ed ages 5 to 18, powered by the NFL Flag, NFL Play 60, USA Football, and NFL PPK. ChicagoFlagFootball.com if you want to do that.
So the Chaos back to line of scrimmage now. Out of the gun is Hunter. He scrambles to his right, has some room. He's looking downfield on the run now at the 15, and he gets brought down and pushed out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So nice run there by Dylan Hunter.
And that was one of the oddest tackles that you're probably ever going to see.
Especially on a quarterback, right?
Well, I mean, you have to go low. He's not a guy who normally plays quarterback. He's not afraid to take contact. And you see this. He's not going to shy away. He puts his shoulder down, does Hunter, but going down low for the tackle was Greg Bess-Henning, and he ended up between the legs of Hunter. And it's a good play to stop him. He stops him short of the first down, but it just looks a little awkward.
So they're going to have the ball now at the 14-yard line inside the 15 as Hunter out of the gun. Johnson in the backfield alongside with him. Hunter gives it to Johnson. Johnson in the middle has a hole going inside the 5, down to the 2, down to the 1, and they're going to mark him just short of the end zone. So nice run there by Jarrell Johnson, who has just been such a security blanket for this Chaos team. He made the one mistake earlier with the fumble, but since then he's been beast.
The good thing is that the Chaos, they're showing confidence in him. Yeah, he had a mistake. It was the first run of the game for him, but he gets down, kept the ball. As you can see, the Thunder like to go for the ball, too. They like to tackle around that area and try and get their hands in there and bring you down. Didn't get there that time, and he holds on to the ball, and now you have a 1st and goal.
And about from the 2, maybe a little bit inside the 2, about the 1-yard line as Hunter's out of the gun. Johnson in the backfield. See if he try to run it again. He does fake the handoff. Johnson now Hunter by himself goes in, and he's going to score. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos finally get in the end zone. Go up 6-0 now at about the 9:03 mark and counting as they send out their team to get the extra point. And a nice play call there, don't you think, Chris?
Yeah. Again, Dylan Hunter, not afraid of contact.
Exactly.
And he's basically another runner for them for the most part. He's been throwing a couple times. He hasn't really been on with the throw, so whatever you can do to move that ball forward with the run, and Dylan Hunter's willing to do whatever it takes too.
Do you think that may catch the Thunder off guard? No, expecting to play a quarterback that really, and he's not acting like a quarterback while he's running the ball.
I think
and the extra point is good. So 7-0 Chaos.
I think it changes maybe how you play defense if you're the Thunder. The throws really haven't been there. I think you may be fine on the outside, but you worry more about stopping their running backs and Dylan Hunter from running the ball. I think that's where you almost dare them to throw the ball, which is weird because you think that before Ionati was their quarterback, that was one of their main things. So really, I think that maybe defensively, and they have the ability to do it too, is really just force them to have to throw the ball.
And they've done a good job today, but like you said, Chris, earlier in that last drive, there's the penalties for the Thunder really hurting them, really bringing them down. Their defense has been able to get stops, and the penalties have been negated those stops. So nonetheless, though, the Chicago Chaos strike first. They are up 7-0 here in the second quarter. This is SportsTownChicago.com. I am Cody Grant alongside me, Chris LaBosco at Andrew High School in Tinley Park. As the Chicago Chaos again 7-0 over the Chicago Thunder, and they send their kicking unit team to kick off here.
And this game, of course, brought to you by the Chicago Chaos, a not-for-profit minor league football team. Visit their website at ChicagoChaosFootball.com.
So now the return team of the Thunder all set up to go. And I wanted to point out to Chris, this looks like the Notre Dame uniforms.
A little bit, yeah.
So,
maybe more than a little bit. Although not the helmets. They don't have the cool new helmets the Fighting Irish have now.
No, they do not that. So now setting up on is Dominic Kozowski, setting up the football to kick it off. A little bit over 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. As Kozlowski looking to send it deep. It's a low line drive. Bounces at the 34, picked up by the Thunder. Number 4 on the play is Jalen Grace. He gets it back to him about the 34, 35-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. And the Thunder offense will come back out onto the field.
Really good stop there, too, by number 29 for the Chaos. That was Darren Little. Just, I mean, it looked like maybe there's a little bit of a seam, and Little just blows it up.
So now the defense of the Chaos will come back out. They have a shutout going in this game. Did not have a shutout last week, though their offense was the one giving up the points. They gave up 2 return touchdowns, Chris.
And as you saw there, even the camera thought that there was a little bit more room than what was given.
So now the Thunder, Greg Holcomb out of the pistol, fakes the handoff, goes over to the left, and picks up, dives forward maybe 1 or 2 yards. It looks like that was going to be maybe a option on the play on the first handoff, and he was looking for his running back, Dorelli Milton, but he never came out to come with him.
You know, I thought that maybe that he got an extra yard than what they gave him. There's a little bit of room on that side as well when he was going.
So now the Thunder at the 36-yard line, their own 36. Back out of the pistol is Holcomb. 2 running backs on the backfield alongside of them, 1 to the right, 1 behind him. Receivers to the right, 2 of them, and 1 receiver to the left. Now motioning to the left is the running back of the Thunder. Holcomb drops back, hands it off, up the middle. Now to the left, gets wrestled down, stays on his feet, fighting forward, gets about to the 39 on the play as number 26, Alonzo Morgan of the Thunder. Just kept his legs moving on that one and refused to go down.
It was a good job, though, by the defensive line for the Chaos to disengage from their block and grab onto the running back, because if he doesn't do that, he's probably got a bigger gain to the outside.
So now we're going to have a 3rd down here, 3rd and short, about 6 yards.
As you saw, the gang tackle of 3 players it took to take him down, but you don't have that first player grabbing on. You don't have that opportunity for those other 2 players to get there, at least as soon as they did.
So Greg Holcomb out of the pistol now. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield alongside with them. There no more setup. He hands it off and brought down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit behind on the play, was Chaos defender number 94. That was Parrish Scott.
Give it a 3rd and a medium situation here for the Thunder is the good thing, too. And you saw a wide open player right there to make that tackle.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field as the Thunder and Chaos both head over to their bench.
Do you like football? Do you want it 365 days a year? We cover football all around the world. Visit us on Facebook for the perfect news feed. IWantFootball365.com. And you look at it here, not a bad time to take a timeout for the Thunder. You've got the 4th and 5. Their offense has been struggling so far, just like the Chaos offense was struggling. The good thing for the Chaos was they've had better field position than the Thunder have had. So for the Thunder, it's kind of figuring out what to do against this defense. And I'm kind of a little bit surprised they haven't tried to throw a little bit more just to see what you have. I know they have a good running game, but they haven't really the secondary, they haven't really tried to exploit too much.
You may see a throw on this play, though, 4th and 5. They have a 4-spread set now. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 1 running back in the backfield is number 24, Dante Washington. As Holcomb drops back to pass, looks to his left. Now throws outside, and a big hit on the play. Wow, what a hit by number 15 of the Chaos, Marvin Roan.
Marvin Roan, a former Chicago Blitz player as well. Huge hit, and it's a play-saving hit as well, because wide open for the opportunity to make the catch there.
It was Josh Jenkins.
Yes, was Jenkins. Because Jenkins, he does a little bit of a button hook here, and he's wide open. There's nobody there in front. You'll see he'll do his quick turnaround. You see the throw come, and if it wasn't for Marvin Roan's hit, that is a 1st down, and the drive continues for the Thunder, and they gain a little bit of momentum.
So huge play there by Marvin Roan on a huge hit. And now another turnover on downs for the Thunder, who were going for it on a 4th down. And we take one more look at that replay. Watch this hit, everybody. Marvin Roan in slow motion.
again, if he doesn't deliver that hit, if he doesn't get there right when he does, that's a first down.
So now the Chaos take over from the 40-yard line of the Thunder as Dylan Hunter out of the shotgun gives the handoff over to the running back number 21 on the play as he moves forward across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. That was number 21, Desmond Perry, on the nice run.
Yeah, beautiful run. The running lanes are starting to open up. As you see, there was a lot of room right up the middle there as the Chaos, they do a good job of spreading you out because they do stay in that shotgun. So they do have quite a few receivers out there pulling out players from the middle, giving their running backs some bigger lanes to go through.
You notice with both these teams, they both have their own significant formation. As with the Thunder, they like to use the pistol. The Chaos like to use that shotgun with one running back there. Now they have two, James Former being the running back there to see if he motions out. They try to get him the ball, along with in the backfield is Perry. As the fake to Perry, now looking at Former, not open, being covered. Good defense, and Hunter out of the side, out to the pocket, and he goes maybe back to the line of scrimmage, runs out of bounds. So nothing going there. You saw they were trying to get Former involved, but good defense by the Thunder.
Yeah, they were trying to get something in there. As we'll watch this one again, it was covered on the left side. They were going for the screen, and then seeing that it wasn't open, just running to the right side was Hunter because he had nothing else to do.
And he actually picked up a yard.
Yeah, he picked up 1 yard. I actually think he may have been able to throw it to a receiver out in front on that right side for maybe an extra 2 or 3 yards, but he instead just decided to tuck it in and just get the for sure yard.
Still a safe play there, though, as they keep the ball. Dylan Hunter now on 2nd and 9, motion on the offense. Hands it off on the sweep and outside and gets up a few yards. Maybe there is number 3 of the Chaos, Shamar McFarland, as he came in from the right in motion and took the handoff and got to the outside, picked about 2-3 yards.
Well, I'm surprised McFarland cut up the field so fast. It looked like if he kept running towards the sideline that he was going to have a lane on that far sideline. I mean, it's good motion here. They don't read it quite too fast, and you see the player coming in pursuit. Well, that's why, because it's just a good angle taken by the player for the Chicago Thunder to cut him off in number 22 in Chris Muhammad. Muhammad is what really blew up that play because from my first look at it from this vantage point that we have up here in the booth, it looked like if he kept going outside, he was going to get some more yardage. He just cut it up to take as much as he could before Muhammad cut off his angle.
So Hunter now at the shotgun, drops back to pass, looks to the left, now scrambles, getting pressure, has to throw it up and just throws a duck ball, and luckily no one in the vicinity. And we're going to have that's going to be a flag, and I think that's going to go against Muhammad on the play. Former was going up to try to make a play on that call, and Muhammad took him out before the ball got there.
I don't think it's there because it looks like the flag was thrown in the backfield. I think it might be a roughing the passer again. I don't know. It was really weird the spot that it was thrown.
Yeah. I was watching where the receiver was. I'm not sure. Did you see, was there a late hit on the – there is.
Well, I don't know if that's a late hit. That actually looks like a pretty well-timed hit.
If you see the replay over here now by Former, Muhammad took him down, and let's see what they call. And that's actually as they spot the ball at the 21-yard line of the Thunder. So
the chain hasn't it still says 4th down. So I don't know if maybe they took the flag back, they waved it off. Offsides. Oh, offsetting penalties, excuse me.
So now Hunter drops back and gets hit, and now he's going to go, stays up and throws one and caught, and they blew him down. I don't know about that one, Chris. Was he down?
I don't think he was down. It looked like he was fine. It looked like that was a good throw.
And they're going to mark him down, though, so I don't know about that one. I think that's a bad call.
The beauty of what we get to see is we get to see replay. I don't know if it was going to be a first down anyways, but that came really early, the whistle on that play.
Yep, but as that's the play before on the offsetting penalties. So the Thunder will take over here, though, here in the second quarter. Over 4 minutes to go. Still 7-0 game, Chaos lead. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to SportsTownChicago.com. I am Cody Grant. Alongside me is Chris Labosco.
Well, that's exactly what the Thunder needed, though. That's the one thing for sure. You get the turnover. Now you have an opportunity to try and go down and score here before the half ends.
And Greg Holcomb out of the pistol, hands it off to his running back on the right side, Lonzo Morgan. He breaks up field, gets some extra yardage over to about 40 now to about the 43, 44-yard line. Nice run there by Dante Washington. Good blocking, good vision, and gets a few yards upfield.
Gets them a first down, too. They haven't had many first downs on the offensive side of the ball. So a good start at least here for the offense on this drive. Don't have a lot of time, though, to
They're
try and go
going
down
no
and score.
huddle here as back to the line of scrimmage is Holcomb out of the pistol again. Hands it back off. Now to the left side is Morgan, and he really had nowhere to go there. Hitting him first on the play was Nick Olson, and the gang tackle rest by number 84, Jerome Johnson. So good defense there, good pursuit by the Chaos.
They read the play pretty well, but it looked like they were really overplaying the one side, too. They saw where the line was pushing them towards and just ran to that side.
So it's going to be a second down here as time's winding down, 3:05 and counting. Coming to the line of scrimmage is Greg Holcomb of the Thunder out of the pistol again. 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right as the line gets set. Holcomb waiting for the snap, a little high, hands it off, and a fumble and hit again. Ball's live ball, and the Chaos see it, and then everybody dives for it, and looks like the Chaos have it. And turn of events again, Chris, and this is nonstop, pretty much been all day as turnover after turnover, and recovering their football on that for the Chaos with number 18, Ricky Jersit.
Well, you have the fumble, but also the misfortune of the ball just being batted forward right to where all the Chaos players are. So for the Thunder, it's misfortune. Very fortunate for the Chaos. Comes right to you, and now you have the ball back, and you can try and go down and score one more time.
And you still got plenty of time here to add some more points to this already 7-point lead the Chaos have.
And, of course, the Midwest Minor League Association, a part of that as well. You can go to their Facebook page at facebook.com/pages/Midwest Minor League Association if you want to find out more about it.
So Dylan Hunter comes out, trips right, wide receivers. 1 running back in the backfield, tight end to the left. From the 46-yard line of the Chaos, Hunter takes a snap, looks outside. The screen's not there. Finally gets it over there and tipped at the line of scrimmage over on the left side by number 5, Ramon Grace, defensive back for the Thunder, an incomplete pass.
That's a very risky pass to throw right there. That one almost intercepted as well. I was a little shocked. He saw the first time when they went to try for the screen, he stopped himself from throwing it, and then he decides he's going to try it anyways. When you do that, your receivers are already – they're the ones that if they're going to get caught with a holding, that's where it's going to get caught because they're on the outside, right where the officials can see it. So when you throw it that late, chances are they're not going to hold their block for that long.
Yeah, when you're designing a screen that quick, you got to get out there right away.
I think he just, for Dylan Hunter, he would have been better off just tucking the ball, taking whatever yardage he could get. He stops the clock as well.
So Hunter out of the gun now, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson cuts to the right, now over to the left, now back inside. Across the midfield, his helmet falls off again, and he is at about the 41-yard line. He comes up limping a little bit. It looks like he's going to be okay. He stays in the game. So now it's going to be a 3rd down and short here for the Chaos as we're nearing the 2-minute warning. I don't think they're going to get a playoff before this comes. Looks like they might just
wait for the 2-minute warning. As you see, nice little move there on the outside, and didn't look like anything there. He kind of came up limping earlier on in the game too. I don't know if there's something nagging him or if he just does that to try and catch the team off guard.
Maybe. He did pull his hammy last week after about a 70-yard run for a touchdown. And so that's
those don't feel good.
No, they do not.
Those are painful as this 2-minute warning.
So after the Chaos up 7-0 over the Thunder. 2 minutes to go here in the second as both teams kind of regroup here and try to figure out what they want to do. The Chaos in excellent position here, Chris, about 46 yards away from the end zone. 2 minutes to go. They have it's going to be a 3rd down when we come back. But what do you think they're going to do here? Do they go to the air and try to get a score, or They still have 2 minutes, like I said, but only 2 timeouts left.
Well, the good thing is they do get the ball back at half, so you can try and go for it. And you can try and go for it. You still have the third down, and you can even try and go for it on fourth. I mean, either way, they're in a good position because they are getting the ball back at half. And we're going to watch here the replay from earlier on where you see Dylan Hunter. He's able to avoid the one tackle. He's trying to get outside. This is the one where he threw it, and they blew the whistle dead right here. I mean, he wasn't down. So the early whistle, a little confusing.
So we're back from the 2-minute warning. Hunter, pressure coming, throws one up, and brought down on the play was Thomas Loving, the tight end, their big target. As that's going to get forward a little bit, about a 5-yard gain.
Gets them the first down, too, and he's been probably their best receiver so far today, catching the ball. And there was a little bit of a Tim Tebow jump throw there, too, it looked like, from Dylan Hunter.
So they're going to mark that about the 40-yard line. That's one good thing with a quarterback that hasn't got much experience as a tight end. Is really their security blanket. He's the biggest target on the field. They actually give him the ball a
Good
lot.
hands, too.
Yeah, definitely. As Hunter out of the gun now, 2 receivers to the left. He's looking left. He throws one deep. He has one-on-one coverage and overthrows Former. As I think it was some miscommunication. You saw Former kind of come back in, and then he went back up. I don't know if it was just a stop-and-go route or – let's take a look at the replay on that one. You see Former on the outside on the throw.
Well, you see, too, when Dylan Hunter has an opportunity to actually step into a throw and send it downfield, he has a pretty good arm. And I think it was just both of them were off field. But here, actually stepping in, he delivers a good ball downfield, which is something we haven't seen him do so far, but we haven't seen him really step into a throw either.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 40-yard line of the Thunder. The Chaos drop back and hands it off out to the outside on the run. Picks up a few yards and finally pushed out of bounds is Desmond Perry. So good thing got out of bounds there. It stops the clock. It's going to be a 3rd down, though.
Yeah, it was smart by him, though. He knew that he needed to stop the clock, so he ran out of bounds. Makes it a much more manageable down here on 3rd down.
Yeah, the first down marker will be at the 30-yard line. So I'm trying to kind of tough to see where they spot that ball, where he went out. He was close.
It's definitely a nice hit, too. I saw a flag down there as well. They moved the Chaos back. We were talking about the Blitz earlier, and there's Blitz players on both teams. I'm thinking of the Chicago Blitz still. We're playing in a championship game right now. And
it's going to be a penalty on the Chaos, probably a holding penalty. It's going to go back 10 yards. So 2nd and 20 says it's a holding penalty on the Chaos. So big, man, it's going to be a tough one for them to handle with just over a minute left here in the half. Like you said, Chris, they do get the ball back, but you want to see them kind of, get forward here and
you could see the hold there, the 2 players falling down right in the middle of the line. As you can see the hold, the player pulling the player down to the ground with him as he was falling. So probably wouldn't have been a hold if he didn't fall. Or actually, I think the hold.
I mean, they got right in there, though, is really making a good play on that play was Desmond Perry. But
oh, actually, the hold was there at the end is where it was. I thought it was the players falling down, but getting a better look here on the sideline. You can see the receiver with the hold there, not allowing the player to disengage, and then he goes out.
So a little bit better for the Chaos now. It's going to be a 2nd and 14 from the 44-yard line. First down marker still at the 30-yard line. As Dylan Hunter comes in out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, 1 running back in the backfield alongside him. Hunter drops back, looks straight to the left, now looks over the middle, now moving around in the pocket and throws off his back foot. You don't want to do that very often, and makes a pretty good throw, though, but a good defensive play, a good hit as the tight end, again, Thomas Loving, goes up trying to make a grab, could not come down with it.
He was a little bit slow to get up. It was a very awkward-looking fall for him, too. I was hoping he was all right, and he gets up just fine. I mean, like you said, he throws off his back foot here, but what really gets me here is where was he throwing to? 2 guys that really didn't have too good of an opportunity And luckily, they almost had 12, I think, in the huddle there. They got lucky and got that player out just in time, as you could hear the sideline shouting.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 14 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible thrown placement there on that throw, but again.
I don't know if you want to leave your receiver in that spot.
And leave him wide open for a hit.
Yeah. So Hunter fakes a sweep and now hands it off up the middle to Johnson as he gets over across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. So a little trickery on that, trying to catch this Thunder defense off guard, and about down to 46 seconds and counting here. It's going to be a 4th down for the Chaos.
And now it's decision time.
At 45.
Yeah, decision time, too, for the Chaos. What are you going to do? I would imagine that maybe you just I don't know how good your kicker is. If you try and kick a field goal here, it's a very long field goal. I doubt that, but you have to make a decision. It's a little bit too long to –
We're talking about a 55-yard field goal from this spot. So
I don't think you're going to kick a field goal here, but maybe as we take a look at that run again, it was a pretty good run. Obviously, they had a lot of yards to try and gain back. Hole starting to open up for their running game, though, is one thing I've been noticing so far for the Chaos. Their offensive line starting to get a little bit of push against this good defensive line.
I think they're going away from the run a little bit too early in their each possession. They they'd run the ball like we saw, usually the first down, and they pick up some good yardage and they go right to the pass. And I think they have to stick to the run a little bit more.
I think they're going to just punt it here. Just put the Thunder back deep. You're getting the ball back in the 3rd quarter. So that appears to be what they're doing, especially because you have one player counting off and they are coming out in the punt formation.
And it looks like they're going to have 2 blockers in the backfield with their punter. And it's going to be the same guy as their kicker, Dominic Kozowski. And now they move him up. So Kozowski punting, he's set up at midfield. And try to pin them deep here as it's a good punt. And fielding it, I don't know why he would have. I don't know if that was a good decision there by the Thunder, number 23, A.J. Simmons. I would have let that go.
Well, now you can't knee the ball. You're deep in your own territory. You have to try and run the ball. And we've already seen them fumble once on a bad handoff. You're creating more risk than you need to. They should be fine.
Yeah,
but there's no need to create more risk if you're the Thunder here. For the Chaos, this is great. This is perfect. This is what you want. You've pinned them deep. Now you have an opportunity to try and get maybe get them to have a safety. Maybe you take the ball away and get a quick touchdown here. I mean, you have 34 seconds left.
So the Thunder now in a tough position here, already down 7-0. The biggest thing for them is don't make any mistakes on this drive.
Like you said, beautiful punt. I don't know if he realized that the block had failed on the near side too, because that punt wasn't very high. It was very low.
And Holcomb hands it up the middle, is running the play to Dorelli Middleton, as looks like he got maybe about 1 yard on that play.
But that's all he needed to get, and that should take him to half now. I don't think they're going to try and run another play. They're lining up like maybe they are, but I highly doubt it.
Maybe a hard count. They are out of the pistol, and Holcomb now coming up under center. So you have the fullback in there alongside his halfback Dorelli Middleton, and they're going to run a play, and Middleton cuts to the left, and he gets stuffed. And I don't know if that was smart, but nonetheless, no turnovers on that drive. We're going to go into halftime. The Chaos up 7-0 over the Chicago Thunder here. And it looks like we have a timeout now on the play, as trying to figure out what they're trying to do. And
might have been the Chaos who took the timeout as well if they had one left. I'm not sure if they did or not. Either way, clock is stopped with 1.2 seconds left. It shows. Are you familiar with LifeLock? How about LegalZoom? This is both on steroids for less money. Visit us at WindyCityProtection.com.
So we're going to have one more play here now for the Thunder's offense. And I couldn't tell who called the timeout. I'm guessing it was the Chaos, but I don't know why you want to give them another opportunity just in case. I mean, pretty, unless you're playing Madden here, I don't know if you're going to score a touchdown from this spot. But, so 1.2 seconds left. We're going to see one more play as Holcomb comes out of the pistol. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. So 4 wide receivers spread. He's got 1 running back in the backfield. It's Dorelli Middleton. As Holcomb, waiting for the snap, drops back to pass. Throws it deep to the left. Up top and batted down by the Chaos defender, number 15, Marvin Roan, who had that hit earlier. And that's going to do it here for the first half. Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois. Chicago Chaos lead the Chicago Thunder 7-0. This is SportsTownChicago.com. We'll be back.
It's time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting. There's no better or faster way than the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
Has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You'll learn how to do a voiceover, how to use camera equipment, actual hands-on. You can even host your own country radio show. All of our teachers actually work in the industry too. Go to beonair.com/country and register for your chance to win a pair of Country Thunder tickets. That's beonair.com/country.
I'm an instructor at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, and I can tell you we're all about sports broadcasting.
My passion is for boxing, and my career puts me ringside and cage side covering the action for ESPN Chicago, as well as serving as a ring announcer.
Main Pride. If you want a career that you love, check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where you'll learn the craft from the pros in the business like me. Call today at 630-916-1700 and tell them Ray Flores sent you.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the basics of the industry here when it came to video and audio production, and took those skills to the next level, and made myself a very successful career. So the Illinois Center for Broadcasting really is a great launch pad or stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into the multimedia AV business, radio, or television. What you get out of the program is what you put in. So check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting today. Go to beonair.com, the Ohio and Illinois Centers for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
If you have a passion for radio or TV like I do, then the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is the place to be for real-world training. We know how you want to learn, and we teach it to you that way, hands-on. What you'll learn are the technology and skills that you'll really use in the broadcasting industry. 3 out of 4 of our graduates are working in the industry, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. So if you want to work in broadcasting, the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where broadcasting careers begin.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you can learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You can even host your own radio show. Go to beonair.com/Lombard to enroll now. That's beonair.com/Lombard.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. I want to have fun and meet new people. I want to be social. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You'll learn how to do a voiceover, how to use camera equipment, actual hands-on. You can even host your own country radio show. All of our teachers actually work in the industry too. Go to beonair.com/country and register for your chance to win a pair of Country Thunder tickets. That's beonair.com/country.
I'm an instructor at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, and I can tell you we're all about sports broadcasting.
My passion is for boxing, and my career puts me ringside and cage side covering the action for ESPN Chicago, as well as serving as a ring announcer.
Main Pride. If you want a career that you love, check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where you'll learn the craft from the pros in the business like me. Call today at 630-916-1700 and tell them Ray Flores sent you.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the basics of the industry here when it came to video and audio production, and took those skills to the next level, and made myself a very successful career. So the Illinois Center for Broadcasting really is a great launch pad or stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into the multimedia AV business, radio, or television. What you get out of the program is what you put in. So check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting today. Go to beonair.com, the Ohio and Illinois Centers for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
If you have a passion for radio or TV like I do, then the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is the place to be for real-world training. We know how you want to learn, and we teach it to you that way, hands-on. What you'll learn are the technology and skills that you'll really use in the broadcasting industry. 3 out of 4 of our graduates are working in the industry, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. So if you want to work in broadcasting, the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where broadcasting careers begin.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you can learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You can even host your own radio show. Go to beonair.com/Lombard to enroll now. That's beonair.com/Lombard.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. I want to have fun and meet new people. I want to be social. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You'll learn how to do a voiceover, how to use camera equipment, actual hands-on. You can even host your own country radio show. All of our teachers actually work in the industry too. Go to beonair.com/country and register for your chance to win a pair of Country Thunder tickets. That's beonair.com/country.
I'm an instructor at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, and I can tell you we're all about sports broadcasting.
My passion is for boxing, and my career puts me ringside and cage side covering the action for ESPN Chicago, as well as serving as a ring announcer.
Main Pride. If you want a career that you love, check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where you'll learn the craft from the pros in the business like me. Call today at 630-916-1700 and tell them Ray Flores sent you.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the basics of the industry here when it came to video and audio production, and took those skills to the next level, and made myself a very successful career. So the Illinois Center for Broadcasting really is a great launch pad or stepping stone for anybody who wants to get into the multimedia AV business, radio, or television. What you get out of the program is what you put in. So check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting today. Go to beonair.com, the Ohio and Illinois Centers for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
If you have a passion for radio or TV like I do, then the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is the place to be for real-world training. We know how you want to learn, and we teach it to you that way, hands-on. What you'll learn are the technology and skills that you'll really use in the broadcasting industry. 3 out of 4 of our graduates are working in the industry, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. So if you want to work in broadcasting, the Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where broadcasting careers begin.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you can learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You can even host your own radio show. Go to beonair.com/Lombard to enroll now. That's beonair.com/Lombard.
I want to have a job in something I love doing. I want to have fun and meet new people. I want to be social. ICB has so many cool things they offer for me and their students. With the amount of stuff you learn at ICB, there's no way you won't succeed. You'll learn how to do a voiceover, how to use camera equipment, actual hands-on. You can even host your own country radio show. All of our teachers actually work in the industry too. Go to beonair.com/country and register for your chance to win a pair of Country Thunder tickets. That's beonair.com/country.
I'm an instructor at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, and I can tell you, we're all about sports broadcasting.
My passion is for boxing, and my career puts me ringside and cage side covering the action for ESPN Chicago, as well as serving as a ring announcer.
Main of Pride. If you want a career that you love, check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where you'll learn the craft from the pros in the business like me. Call today at 630-916-1700 and tell them Ray Flores sent you.
Hey, I'm Damian Perrone, and I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer for PMMG Incorporated here in Chicago, and I'm an Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate. I graduated in 2008, and shortly after that started with PMMG as a video editor, and in the process was learning motion graphic design. I literally can attribute everything I've accomplished to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I learned the
Welcome back, everybody, to SportsTownChicago.com. I am Cody Grant. Alongside me is Chris Labasco. We are here at Andrew High School, Tinley Park, Illinois. Chicago Chaos and Chicago Thunder just broke from halftime. We're going to start the second half now. Chaos up 7-0. And, Chris, what did you like the most out of that first half from the Chaos?
Well, they didn't try to get too fancy. They just took what they had and got some points on the board, let their defense do their work. The Thunder really struggled offensively. I don't think they did that bad defensively. They were just on such short fields that it just really, that's tough for any team.
And the kickoff by the Thunder and the return, nice return up past the 40, about to the 43-yard line for the Chaos. And the Chaos did struggle a lot with turnovers and some penalties, but so did the Thunder, and they kind of really offset each other.
The big thing to see here is we may have a change for the Thunder at quarterback. It looks like we saw warming up. I don't know if he's going in or not, but Ricky Williams looks like he's going to be going in. He was warming up with the receivers, trying to get the timing down. So I think he might be going into this going in here in the second half. We have to wait and see. But I was talking with one of the players because this is Lincoln Way's home actually here. And he was telling me how he's a very well-respected player, and there's not a harder worker out on the field.
So we'll see what happens once the Thunder take over on offense. Right now, the Chaos out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 2 running backs in the backfield, handing off to Johnson. He cuts up the field over to the left. Now getting some room over midfield, about to the 49 of the Thunder. Nice run there by Johnson. He's been running well all day.
Yeah, and they finally, it felt like things started to turn for the running game for the Chaos in the second quarter and towards the end of the second quarter. They were starting to find some holes, get some opportunities, and now they're really starting to get their running game going, which is what they need to, because at quarterback it's been really tough. As you see, he just finds the hole and quick gets into the second level and gets it close to a first down.
That's going to be a second and short now for the Chaos. Same formation as last time, 2 running backs in the backfield as Hunter ready for the snap, takes it, hands it off down to the left outside on the shotgun run, and there's a flag on the field. So he did pick up the first down if it does hold. That was Desmond Perry, but there was a flag.
I have a feeling this one's coming back. It looks like the Chaos are already starting to go back as well. There's a player down for the Thunder, too. Can't see who it is, but
Number
hopefully
29 of the Thunder, that's Jeff Martin.
Yeah, so hopefully he's all right. Looks like he's grabbing at his wrist there, and it is a holding call going against the Chaos, so they will be marching back for this second down here.
And still down on the play for the Thunder is Jeff Martin, the linebacker, as both teams now drop to one knee.
And there's your hold, too, there on the far side of the line, which opens up the hole for the opportunity for the running back for the Chaos to get through. And Desmond, actually that wasn't, who was that who was running? I have a wrong roster is what I've
Desmond
learned.
Perry, I believe. He was 21, and they said they switched to number 9, but there's no other 21 on the team. So
it's got to be Perry on the run. we're figuring
that's
out things out
one
here
tough
on
thing
Sports
with the semi-pro football is look on the website and just take a look at that replay. Desmond Perry.
You see where the holding was, and then you see the player who went down as well.
So it's going to be a second down and 11 now. And we talked about this, Chris, coming in from the break, is the penalties really hurt both teams. That one, of course, is a break for the Thunder, and it hurts the Chaos as it moves them back now when they had a second and short, now to second and 11. So Dylan Hunter out of the shotgun, one receiver to the left, one to the right, 2 running backs in the backfield. He fakes the handoff. Now Hunter keeps it, has a lead blocker, gets hit hard and brought down, gets to maybe the 45-yard line. So a play calling, that luxury you have having Hunter in there. He's a converted defensive back, so he's not afraid of contact, as you pointed out earlier in the game. Let's take a look at this replay run by Hunter.
And this is really what he has to do is try and help in the running game, maybe give a little bit of a spell sometimes to the running backs. Dylan's having a little bit of trouble with the passing game. The short game hasn't been terrible, but it's really good coverage from the Thunder that's made it really difficult. So you just have to take what you can and go with that strong running game that you have.
So now coming back out, a 3rd and 8 here, just under 13 minutes ago now. In the second, Dylan Hunter out of the shotgun, drops back to pass. Looking to the left, gets pressure. Now he's scrambling. He's going to take this himself now at the 50, down to the 45. Stays in bounds, and what a run by Dylan Hunter as he gets, I thought he went out at maybe about the 45. He gets forward and almost down to inside the 40 of the Thunder. So nice run there by Dylan Hunter.
Beautiful run, too, and he has a little bit of happy feet there in the pocket. He's almost looking to run, it kind of feels like, but worked out that time. He escapes the pocket. There was no containment on the outside, so he's able to get the first down and plenty more. And that was a long situation for the Chaos. For the Thunder, you think, all right, here we go. Here's a chance for us to get the ball back and get things going here in the third quarter, and it turns out to go the other way.
So now it's going to first down at the 36, so Chaos in Thunder territory. As Hunter out of the gun, 2 running backs alongside of him, Johnson and Perry. And drops back, hands off to Perry. Johnson, the lead blocker. Nice block by Johnson. Perry out to the outside on the left, and he maybe got 1 yard, at least past the line of scrimmage a little bit. So it's going to be a second down and 9, maybe 10 yards still.
I'm a little surprised they're going with those outside runs. They really haven't been working for the Chaos here so far. They tried another one here. That's one thing that this Thunder team has is they do a good job of pursuing to the ball on those outside runs. So
And you
Your
would
runs
think-
off tackle have been working. Why stop?
Exactly, and right up the middle, off tackle, like you said, those interior runs have been so successful for the Chaos with Johnson and the Perry on the outside is not doing too much. Maybe you try to see Perry up the middle as he's in now at running back as Hunter out of the gun, 2 receivers to the right. He has 1 receiver to the left. And Hunter waiting for the snap against the Thunder defense. He drops back, looks right, looking to throw, and he's going to get brought down. That's going to be a loss of 1 yard, so it's going to be a sack on the play. In there for the Thunder was number 87.
I don't think that was
play.
I don't think that was a designed run either. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a passing play down that near sideline. That's where he was looking, and he just decided to take it instead. I don't know if there was lack of confidence there because he had one-on-one coverage on the outside. It was the matchup that you wanted.
Yeah, sometimes maybe he hasn't had a lot of success, hardly any success throwing downfield yet in this game. So to your point, Chris, maybe a lack of confidence. He doesn't want to, and you're already up 7-0. You don't want to make the mistake, but sometimes you gotta have to let it go.
But here's the thing: you're not going to get any confidence. You're not going to get any success unless you try.
Exactly. So 3rd and 10 now. Quick pass to the outside, caught by, I believe that was Former, and trying to get upfield. He gets about to the 29-yard line, so it's going to be short of the first down. And what do you think, Chris? They're going to go for it again on this 4th down? They're kind of, I won't
They're
say,
really in that tough spot where you either go
it's a
for
long
it or you
field
don't.
goal here. As you see that replay. And that actually was not James Former as number 3, Shamar McFarland, who has a few short catches today. So they're going to leave the offense on the field. Now it's going to be 4th and 2, so 4th and very short.
Ball was delivered a little low too, and maybe if it's delivered a little higher and a little quicker, it may have ended up being a first down. They are going to go for it here, which isn't too much of a surprise. I mean, take your chances, try and keep keep their defense on the field.
So Hunter drops back and throws, and oh man, I don't know what that was. He had he had Shamar McFarland open, and it looked like he was trying to get to Former. It threw it in between the 2 receivers, and just an awful throw there by Dylan Hunter, who's played decently well throughout this game, but he did not set his feet on that one, Chris, did he?
No, that wasn't the problem though. That was 2 players not on the same page. He thought that McFarland was going to keep going, and he stopped. And he threw it to where he would have been if he had kept going off of the snap, trying to get that first down. It probably would have worked too, but 2 guys not on the same page, and that's what happens. And almost was disastrous. That almost would have tied it probably.
So turnover on downs and a throw to the outside, and there's going to be a flag on the play. It came before the hit, so I'm wondering if that was...
Came pretty much right at the snap too. Might have been an offsides.
So we'll see for the penalty, but again, talk about the turnovers for both these teams. The chaos on that one, miscommunication on a 4th and 2, and just could not pick it up, and they give the ball back over to the Thunder, and it's going to be off. It's going to be a false start on the Thunder, Chris. So it was not blown dead, but
yeah, it's been a little weird with that. I mean, we can hear the whistle pretty well up here, and we haven't been hearing it.
No, not at all. So
when you look at it here, though, we thought that maybe we were going to be seeing Ricky Williams come in.
He was warming up, and he's still on the bench right now. As we see him, he's right in front of us, down there by all of his other teammates.
He's kind of their last resort. He's such a good player. They want him playing in different areas.
So drop back now for our receiver. Throws over the middle. Catch made on the play by wide receiver number 17, Jason Jones, who's actually listed as a defensive back. And I think that's the first time we saw him in the offense. Maybe a guy they're going to keep going to as they pick up the first down on that one. And now they're going no huddle. Back to the 4 wide, 4 spread. 1 running back in the backfield is Daryl Middleton. Drop back on the pass over to Middleton on the right side. Bobbles a little bit. Gets forward about the 47-yard line. So picks up a few yards.
When you talk to the Thunder, I mean, they don't have – they have this is the guy that they want to be their quarterback. They don't want to have to put Ricky Williams in there. I think they're going to try and stay with things as they are until they feel they really need to. If they to try and win.
So Thunder on the Chaos side of midfield at about the 48-yard line, 4 wide receiver spread, and we're going to have a false start on this one, as you saw that right away, pointed out the flags go flying. That's going to move them back 5 yards.
Our broadcast sponsors will be making the first, let's see. Chicago Chaos brought to you live by Gripmouth Guards and Iron Claw Tactical. And yeah, like you said, the false start there moved them 5 yards back as...
So now they'll go to their own side of the 50-yard line at the 47, as coming back up. Now they have back to a spread formation, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Middleton in the backfield. The screen pass to the outside and brought down, and that is the second time these two players have met, as the catch was made by Josh Jenkins, but the hit by Marvin Roan.
Marvin Roan's having a pretty darn good game.
He is.
He's
highlighted by that huge hit.
Yes, it always helps that the big hits stand out, but he also had that play at the end of the half to bat the ball away as well. He's definitely done a good job here in coverage, but also with his tackling as well. He's broken up a couple of plays with his tackling and then stops a gain short there.
So here we go as the Thunder come back to the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 14. Running down to about the 7-minute mark of the third quarter, dropping back. And pressure come in, rolls out and throws a deep, high ball, and that's up for grabs out of bounds. Catch is actually made, but out of bounds, so holds no weight. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Thunder as they will put out the punting unit.
Looked like maybe it was a cover 2 there from the Chaos, as well as they had Marvin Roan releasing that receiver off to the safety over the top. And really they didn't have to worry at all because that ball just kept floating out. But safety, as a safety, you got to be careful there, though, too, because if that throw was inbounds, you had the player behind you. You don't want to let that happen.
Yeah, pretty good catch. I mean, like I said, it was out of bounds, but Jason Jones came in. I think that's the first time we saw him in this game at the start of the third quarter. He made that beautiful catch for about a 15-yard gain over the middle of the field. He made another catch there. Fortunately, was out of bounds. And there's another flag there on the punt.
This time it's an offsides. I'm almost positive on the Chaos.
And Chaos is going to let that bounce. Takes a good Chaos bounce. So that will probably make up for it. But 4th and 14 here.
I think you're going to see this one be redone.
Yeah.
I think the Chaos or the Thunder definitely want to redo that kick as it is anyways.
So that's going to push them up about 5 yards. So it should be about this does stay. They are pointing at the Chaos as Olsen, a linebacker for the Chaos, talking to the officials there.
And it was right off the line too. You could see it. Just a player jumped a little bit early on the Chaos. And made it an easy call for the officials.
So we're waiting on the call right now. And, again, though, the Thunder came out. They made a couple of nice plays. They had a nice run, a good pass, and they started moving the ball. And then a penalty stopped their momentum. And that's been the story of the night for the Thunder.
Chance here, though, to try and pin the Chaos back, maybe try and flip the field position, as they really field position has been really tough for them in this game.
So they're going to redo the punt. And now from the midfield, 50-yard line. And the snap is out. The kick, and it's a much better punt here. And caught at the 15, breaks the tackle down to the 20 now. Cuts back inside of the 25, up to about the 27 on the return. So good return there.
Yeah, Valenti with a really nice return, and player lost his helmet. And
now we have some extracurriculars out there as both teams get in each other's faces. And you see this a lot in this league. Very competitive, these two teams, especially today. Low-scoring game. It's been a battle. It's been a grind.
Well, it's a league battle, too. These two teams are from different leagues. Yeah, it's a merger, but you always have pride in your league over another league.
Definitely, and the Chaos have been, like I said at the start of this, the alpha male of their league, the GFL, while the Thunder have been one of the best teams in the MSFL, on the MISFL, and they came in second last year, right?
Yes, they lost in the championship game.
So two very good teams, very talented, very hard-nosed defensive teams, known for that's the style they play. And starting now from their own 22-yard line is the Chaos as Hunter out of the gun, hands it off up the middle, spin move by Johnson, and he gets held up at about 29. Try to push forward, gets over the 30-yard line now. They see what they mark him, say about the 31, 32-yard line where he finally went down. So good work there by Johnson, making something out of nothing. So we take a look at the replay on that one.
Yeah,
hit right
good spin. It was really a good spin that gave him those extra 2-3 yards. Otherwise, he's down maybe with a gain of a yard or two.
And then even after the spin, the footwork to keep trucking and keep pushing. And
had a little bit of a help from behind.
He had
too.
a little bit of help, yep. He can't do it alone. So it's going to be now 2nd and 4 here. As Hunter out of the gun, two running backs in the backfield. He fakes the handoff. Now he's out to the left side, and we're going to have another flag there if you saw the in on the corner of the screen as Hunter gets across the 35, about to the 36. And I think that flag that was in the backfield, that's going to go against the Chaos as the official makes the call holding. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So it's going to repeat 2nd down. It's going to be about 2nd and 14 now. So penalties killing both teams, Chris.
And the Thunder didn't know where the ball was going either. The hold ended up not needing to happen because the Thunder, until Dylan Hunter was in the 2nd level, they didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah, as we take a look at this replay, it was kind of a counter. They ran this earlier, and just no excuse for that.
Yeah, the backside, nobody knew if the ball was coming to their side or not. Then they finally realized, so they were a little bit late. It was a good job by the corner on the outside to limit what would have been any yardage, but of course the holding negates it as it is.
So officials marked the ball at the 22, so now it's 2nd and 15. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter as Dylan Hunter out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, one to the right, one to the left, fakes the handoff. Now he's running. He has an option to chip it behind him, and he does not, and he gets stopped maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard behind. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and long, and
it's always tough when you do that to the short side of the field.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on that side and you have all that room on the other side, if you're going to do that option where maybe you're going to pitch it back, why not use more field?
It's always tough, like you were saying. I mean, especially because, well, not just because of less field, but you don't really have any room to pitch it if you're running out that wide.
So now it's going to be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. So he did get back to the line of scrimmage, but
that was it, though.
That was it. Yep.
Your performance is worthy of more than a boil and bite. Grip Mouth Guards is a custom mouth guard laboratory located in Melrose Park. Each of their mouth guards is carefully designed and handcrafted for your specifications. Visit them at gripmouthguards.com.
So Dylan Hunter out of the gun, 2 running backs on the backfield with him, receiver to the left, receiver to the right. He drops back, gets a good blocking, throws a deep ball up top, and almost brought down by Former. Could not haul it in. And he has got to be frustrated with that one as he takes an extra 2nd or 2 to lie on the ground. And a throw, not a bad throw.
Unfortunately, the throw wasn't deep enough.
No, it was not, but Former was able to make the adjustment on it.
Yeah,
and just could not bring it down.
Former having to try and readjust to it, which was really part of the problem. I mean, he does get towards the middle of the field, and I don't know how he missed it. I mean, that's why he was down on the field for so long, because he can't believe he missed it. It kind of, I think it was actually in a better spot than what he thought. Actually, if he didn't jump, it's right here and an easier catch for him. He jumps up into the air, so it kind of comes into his body. It's actually harder to catch a ball when it's coming into your body like that than when it's a little bit further away.
But a missed opportunity for the Chaos there to pick up a big chunk of yardage. And they will send the punt team out and a pretty decent punt there, bringing it back for the Thunder. And there's a fumble, and that ball is out, and it looks like the Thunder have covered on it in Chaos territory, and the officials do point to the Chaos defense, meaning Thunder will retain possession. So it's going to be about the 47-yard line, and we're going to have an official timeout here.
Yeah, Valenti is down on the field, a little bit slow to get up. Not sure if it was his shoulder or what it was, as he was, I think, the second guy in on this one.
And Valenti has been such a huge key to this game. He had that interception earlier in the second quarter,
Actually, looks like a leg, actually. He, after seeing the replay, he kind of got clipped by a player as he was coming in to try and get the tackle, and they just collide. Ooh, that's right into the knee of Valenti, but good to see him walk off on his own power is the good thing. That definitely hurts, but you hope that it was nothing too serious.
So we hope the best for Valenti as the official timeout has ended. Both teams back on the field. Offense for the Thunder, defense for the Chaos. Chaos in a 4-3 defense. As the Thunder offense comes out, spread formation, 4 receivers, 2 on each side. And you got Middleton lining up in the backfield kind of forward. They run that sweep and going to the left, brought down by Olsen after a pretty good gain, about 6 or 7 yards there by Phil Goldforth coming down the jet sweep.
Had no idea that Olsen was coming from behind. I mean, that's just great pursuit on Olsen's part to get there as he's getting to his corner to turn. He thinks that he's going to have room there on the outside, and he gets dragged down. Well, pretty much really from his side, he just gets thrown down.
So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 8 from the 45-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They still have Middleton in the backfield, dropping back, looking right, throws one, a pretty good throw out to the right side, fight for it, and comes down incomplete. Good defense there by number 12 of the Chaos. I believe that was, trying to figure out who that was. Got nothing on it.
Iron Claw Tactical Design, superior firearms and accessories for American hunter, sportsman, and gun enthusiast. If you're any, are you any or all those, then look for Iron Claw Tactical on Facebook. As you see, this is that throw earlier on the far side. I believe that was the interception, or almost intercepted, excuse me.
So now we have a 3rd and 8 for the Thunder. Dropping back, trips right. Throws over the middle and almost picked off. It gets by, and that's going to be a touchdown at the 5 inside of the end zone. So scoring on the play was Jason Jones. And I thought that might have been an interception there as the Chaos Marvin Rome was trying to make a play on it, and it goes right past him. As we take a look at the replay, Chris, the throw.
I don't know how he missed it.
I thought he had it.
I don't know. He just missed it. I think he just. Actually, it looked like it deflected off of him.
Yep, it did. It deflected
hit off of him and went right to the receiver. I mean, he read the route perfectly. That's one that Marvin Roan wishes he had back because he's been playing a great game, and what a way to add on to the game you're having by having an interception. But instead, now it ends up going into the end zone for a touchdown. I believe that was Marvin on that near side was the one who should have had the interception.
And that was close, and that's a game changer right there. That's a swing right there because now the Thunder will be looking to attempt a extra point here to tie the game. Let's take another look at that.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
just
Roan.
Deflected off of him. Yeah, it was Marvin, and I mean, you can't read the throw better than he did, and it just
didn't come up with him. It wasn't meant to be, I guess, as Marvin Roan made a great jump on it. And, oh, man, that would have
right
been huge
in and
for
out
the
of the
Chaos.
hands, too.
And it ends up costing them 6 points, maybe 7, as the point after team heads to the field. And just a demoralizing play now. It's going to be all tied up pending the extra point if this goes in or not. 2:50 to go here in the third. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to SportsTownChicago.com. We're live here at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois, between the Chaos and the Thunder. I am Cody Grant. Alongside me is Chris Labascos. They faked the play, Chris, and running is stopped was Darrell Middleton. So the Chaos come up huge on the special teams.
You know what? I like that the Thunder did that because this is an exhibition game. You can't forget that.
Yep.
This is an opportunity for you to practice some game time situations where maybe you need the 2-point conversion. I mean, winning this game is not really the most important thing. It's getting prepared for your season, which starts next week for the Thunder. So it gives you something to look at on film for the Thunder of, okay, what did we do wrong here that we didn't get this play?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, a lot of people take those extra points for granted. They actually came out in their offensive set, and we weren't even aware of that. But so nonetheless, though, it's going to be 7-6. Chaos hold on to that 1-point lead. But offense hard to come by in this game. It's been a defensive battle throughout as we're nearing closer to the end of this third quarter, under 3 minutes to go. And special teams kick unit for the Thunder is out, while the return unit for the Chaos is out. As Former is back there for the Chaos. And the kick is a line drive, bounces about the 33, picked up at the 23. And bringing over, breaking the 1 tackle, spins upfield by the 39. That was Marvin Roan. He wanted that one.
Yeah, we're calling his name a lot here tonight, and that's a pretty good return. I mean, he picked that one up. I want to say it was about at the 20-yard line, got to about the 40. So a pretty good return here for Marvin Roan, kind of trying to make up for what happened there at the end of their defensive stance. Obviously, it's not going to make up for everything that happened, but your team has great field position, a chance here to go down, and I wonder if they try and air it out a little bit with Dylan Hunter. I mean,
well, you did say it was an exhibition game. You know, we both know that coming in, and you got as there's going to be a offsides on the play on the Chaos. So they're going to re-kick this. They're going to get 5 extra yards.
And you're going. You have to re-kick it. You see that they don't have the strongest kicking game here for the kickoffs. You have to make them do it again, because if it goes only to where, let's say the second line is there in the back end for your return, you're going to get some pretty good yardage. You got to the 40 there this first time. You could get up to midfield maybe next time.
And so going back to your point about them airing it out, though, it beat an exhibition game, and not knowing how long Ionati is going to be out for, I think you've got to
build confidence,
build a rhythm for Dylan Hunter.
Not just build a rhythm, but also build some chemistry between him and the receivers. Let them get some timing down. Consider all the good you do in your life and those you touch, support, and inspire. New York Life Insurance Company is here for you to continue that good. So give Terry Zakata, your local New York Life agent, a call. She can help you plan your family's financial future so you can protect what matters most to you. You can reach Terry at 630-254-6979 or look for her at newyorklife.com. And I'm not sure what's happening now, but now
they never re-kicked it, and now both the offense of the Chaos coming on the field and the defense of the Thunder is coming back on the field. So I guess they just said, you know what, let's just play on. It's an exhibition game.
Well, then they should put the ball at the 40-yard line, then that's where the ball was returned to. That's what I'm a little bit more shocked about than anything.
Yeah, I don't know why it's back at the 30.
That's where the confusing part is for me.
Now the penalty was actually on the Chaos. I believe the official was pointing to the Chaos, but the Thunder still wanted to re-kick because of the return. Actually, return by the Chaos, but nonetheless, it's going to be at the 30-yard line as Dylan Hunter comes back out. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, running back in the backfield. Hunter drops back, looks to his left, throws to the outside, making the catch hit hard by Ricky Williams. On the catch for the Chaos was number 3, Shamar McFarland. So that's going to pick up a few yards.
Build some confidence.
That's what we talked about. Build a rhythm, build a confidence. You might be going with Dylan Hunter for a few more weeks without Ionati.
And unlike this game, those games count.
Exactly. It would still be nice to win this game. Obviously, you're already up by 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're still up. You're in the third quarter. It doesn't hurt to try and build some rhythm with your quarterback.
So Hunter out of the shotgun again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 running back in the backfield. Hands it off up the middle. Gets maybe a yard, and finally stuffed on the run there was Desmond Perry.
I mean, and the one thing, too, for the Chaos, you don't want to just go completely throw. I like that they're trying to at least keep some balance to it as well with the mixing in runs with throws.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 3rd and manageable here, as I like to call it, about 3rd and 5.
And that was a good job, too, by the Thunder's defensive line. They just collapsed on that lane that was opening up in the middle and just stopped there from being anything.
So now the Chaos, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hunter drops back to pass, scrambles to the right, getting pressured, gets around it, looking deep, no one there. He's going to run with it off himself at midfield now, down to about the 45, runs out of bounds, and there's a flag on the play. And trying to see who that was. The number 23, A.J. Simmons of the Thunder, was very upset.
Yeah, he was getting heated there. I'm not sure what, maybe something was said to him as Dylan Hunter was going out of bounds there at the end. It definitely happened late there in the play.
And trying to figure out it's going to be a holding.
You have a hold against.
On the Chaos, so that's another killer for them. Going to negate the first down.
The wide receivers, it's easy to catch them.
Yes, it is.
You're the closest to the officials on the outside. And it wasn't needed either was the thing, too. I mean, you already
had the first down.
You had a huge gain. You had more than a first down. You had a gain of probably about, 20, 30, or 25, 30 yards, depending on where they marked the ball at. So you just negated a gain of about, let's just say it was 25 yards, because I didn't see where they were going to spot the ball at. So 25 yards, you take that back, and now you're going back, and you still end up getting a first down, which is the lucky thing for them. But
because it goes from the spot the penalty, they were so. But this just shows you how far downfield that Dylan Hunter was. And take a look at this replay again. A nice run, and there's the hold right there on the receiver,
right at the end.
If I was John Madden, I would have circled that for you. And now the drop back on the pass. Hunter loops a pass over to Former, and some shake and bake on that one. A little trickery as another Tim Tebow jump pass from Dylan Hunter. And he's making things happen in this game, and he found Former there, got it out to him. Security blanket play on that one. As take a look at the replay. What did you think on that one, Chris?
Well, the one thing that I think from this is that Dylan Hunter is more an athlete than he is a quarterback. He's making plays with his legs and then just finding guys when he can with his arm, because, his first instinct, it almost feels like it is to move. And he had to there, of course, because there was that backside pressure coming, so he had to move that way out of the pocket, but then he just delivers a little dunk pass over a couple of players to get a decent gain.
So now Hunter out of the gun, and we're going to have that's going to be the end of the third quarter here. So we're going to take a quick break from Andrew High School, Tinley Park, Illinois. Chicago Chaos versus Chicago Thunder up 7-6. We'll be back on SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up? It's Jonathan Hood from Chicago's Game Night. You've heard me talk about the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, but what do the students think?
My name's John Stevens. I am a promotion coordinator at ESPN. Everybody was helpful. Everyone cared. All the teachers at ICB were really there and passionate about their job and sharing their idea and their dream with you so you could achieve your goal.
At ICB in Lombard, you learn the tools that will help you get that first job in the business. Dozens of industry pros teach you how to be on air, produce shows behind the scenes, work digital equipment, and design web pages.
And it works around your time. It's very flexible, and they work with you at every hour and any day they possibly can.
Plus internships, career placement assistance, and a commitment to your success.
I'm living the dream, and I suggest that everyone who has a passion for radio or television or web design, ICB is definitely a place for them to go.
Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to get started. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
Just being part of the ESPN team is special, and it's all because of ICB.
It's time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting. There's no better or faster way than the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Check out our website at beonair.com/Lombard or call us at 630-916-1700 to set up a tour and see all the hands-on training you can receive. The best part of the program is the job placement department that will help you find your first job in broadcasting. Just listen to what some of our recent graduates have to say about the program. Cheryl Scott with NBC5.
I think one of the most important things in the broadcasting industry really is getting a hands-on experience. And a lot of colleges and universities don't always offer that. Reach for, work for what you want to do and stay extremely focused. And if you do that and stay positive, I think everything will fall into place.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Welcome back, everybody, to SportsTownChicago.com. I am Cody Grant. Alongside me is Chris Labosco. We are here at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois. And getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Chicago Chaos up 7-6 on the Chicago Thunder, as they're going to get the ball on the Thunder's 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun for the Chaos is Dylan Hunter. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Running back, hands off to him. Up the middle is Perry. Gets through, and nice run by Perry as he keeps trucking forward. Gets it down to about the 34, 33-yard line. And that's going to be a first down there for the Chaos. 14:46 and counting here in the fourth, here in the game. And Chaos moving the ball well, Chris.
Yeah, we've seen some of these holes open up for those runs up the middle. Just actually, it's a good cutback. He looked like he was going to the outside with it. Saw the hole there on the end of the line and gets a big gain. And his team gets a first down, so they continue to move the ball. Oh, they have the. I was to say they flipped the wrong way. They put 4 up there, but it was 1. It's waiting for them to fix it.
Yep.
So
it's going to be first down here for the Chaos as Hunter out of the gun. Perry stays in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and fakes the handoff to Perry. Now Hunter going to keep it out to the left and finds a little seam, and he gets upfield and he keeps breaking tackles. He's down in the 30. So a nice run there by Dylan Hunter. And picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Like I said, Dylan Hunter, more of an athlete than a quarterback. But that's okay because when you have a lot of good athletes around him, you can have some good things happen.
Well, and also I think the good thing with Dylan Hunter, he's a football player. There's some quarterbacks around there that aren't football players, and Dylan Hunter certainly is not one. He is a football player.
He is a football player. You can be an athlete, you can be you can be an athlete and a quarterback, or you can be just an athlete and you can be a football player too. Bunch of different things. He's an athlete and he's a football player, which is a good combo to have, especially when you're missing a guy like Ionati.
So now 2nd and 6, Hunter out of the gun again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Hands off to Perry right up the middle, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage by some 2 big defensive tackles, to say the least, on that play.
And that's the thing, you're going to have that happen with this Thunder team. They're very good up front from what I've seen so far. Yeah, a hole will open up here and there, but their defensive line is really making it tough, and part of the reason why you're seeing inconsistency from the running game of the Chaos. So, I mean, this is a good test here, really, for the Chaos, a good exhibition game for them to play in.
So now Dylan Hunter comes back out. It's going to be a 3rd and 6 for the Chaos. Lining up as a tight end, Thomas Loving on the left side. Now moving in motion to the right on the jet sweep. Upfield, and he breaks through. That's going to be a first down there, about to the 22, 23-yard line on the play on the run with Shamar McFarland. And he's been a key part of their offense today. With short passes, getting him on that. That's the second time we saw him on a sweep play, Chris.
Yeah, the one earlier, he was stopped, but this time he found the seam and was able to cut it upfield for a good gain. I mean, he's fast enough where he's able to get past guys. If they're not taking a good angle on him, he's going to gain some yards on you.
Yeah, he's not very big, though. He's 5'10", 180 pounds, but he's a tough player.
And he's fast.
Very
fast.
If you're fast in a football game,
speed kills.
Speed does kill. See what it did for Devin Hester's career.
Yeah, right, exactly. Although he had a little more than just speed, though, too.
Yes, that's true. So now, first down, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for the Chaos. 2 receivers to right, moving in motion again. Let's see if they fake it here, and they give it over to Perry. And Perry up the middle, finding some room, gets over pass inside the 20. So it can be red zone time again for the Chaos as he gets down to about the 18-yard line.
You know what? The timing didn't seem right on that play, though, for the Chaos there. You saw that.
Yeah.
You saw Hunter, as you saw flashing across, was McFarland there. That's why Hunter grabbed him there at the end. Dylan Hunter did to kind of talk to him about that, because he almost, in the cadence, was right when the ball was supposed to be snapped.
And you want to avoid those legal motion penalties on that one. So luckily they didn't get one there. As the Chaos come back up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 5 from the 19-yard line, moving in motion again, faking the first handoff, gets over to Perry. He spins forward, picks up maybe 1 yard. Let's see if we got started on the 18-yard line to be 3rd and 4. And actually, I don't know about that spot. Did he?
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. They're lucky that's where the spot was, because he was lucky that he wasn't dragged down behind the line. Actually, I guess maybe you're right. The spot.
I saw where his knee came down, but I thought he at least got back to the 19. But they're actually going to give him a loss of yards there.
I think you're right that the spot was a little bit off.
So it'll be about a 3rd and 5 now here from the 20-yard line for the Chaos. 2 receivers to right, 1 to left. Dylan Hunter out of the gun, drops back, looks to his left, getting pressure, steps up, jumps and throws, and nearly intercepted. And that's going to be a 4th down now, and see what they do here. Chaos up 7-6. It is an exhibition game. So take a look at the replay here. Pressure coming. He gets out, gets in front, and looking for his tight end, Thomas Loving, on the play.
Another jump pass, too.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of jump passes from him.
It's tough to be accurate, jumping.
Well, not only that, you don't want to see your quarterback leaving his feet as it is anyway. So I think that's something that when the offensive coordinator talks with Dylan Hunter, that's something that they're going to stress is, hey, stay on your feet, stay planted, and you'll deliver a better throw, but also you're going to hurt yourself less likely too.
So 4th down, the snap is fumbled, dropped, and Hunter gets back up. He scrambled outside, threw that pass, batted down, incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs, as there's a flag on the field.
Let's say,
so
the flag, I think, might be going against.
That is in the secondary. That might be against the Thunder.
I know, we get to take a look at this play again. First off, you have the snap being a little bit low, but a good job by Dylan Hunter. Creates more time, and the throw comes down with it. He's lucky that throw wasn't intercepted, because that was a throw that easily could have been. You had the player diving out in front, number 5 on the Thunder in Grace. He was as close as you can get from taking that ball away, especially in a ball delivered that lightly. And you'll see this throw has a little bit of a lollipop throw, and it just happens to get to the guy that he's intending it for.
So it looked like it was actually incomplete. Former did catch up, but the penalty's going to go against the Chaos. It's going to push them back as the officials discuss.
So I think it ends up negating the first down.
So offensive pass interference. So it's going to be 4th down here, and they're going to keep the offense on the field. So I think they had to get to about the 15-yard line. So it's going to be about a 4th and possibly, let's see where they mark the ball. It's going to be over a 4th and 10. Now back to about a 4th and 15 here.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out here. You're going to have to go for a deeper throwing play than you've had the last couple times. I think Dylan Hunter's having some confidence build up in his arm, too. He's made some good throws here so far, some lucky ones, too.
Yeah.
But you'll take those.
I think this is a good decision for the Chaos. Like you said, you don't know Ionati's future right now at this point. Dylan Hunter might be your quarterback going forward the next few weeks. Give him some extra time. It's only an exhibition game. This game does not count against your standings. So Hunter out of the gun, drops back to pass, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, pump fakes, and he is brought down at about the 35-yard line. And if you're Dylan Hunter on that play, you got to just throw one up there. You know, if you do not throw it away, it's 4th down. So if you don't do anything, you're going to lose the ball.
This is something they'll talk about as well probably after this game is decisiveness from Dylan Hunter. There's a couple of times where we've seen him look like he's going to throw the ball, and then he pulls it back and decides to not throw, and then something happens. You have to be very careful when you do that. If you're going to pump fake, you have to have purpose with what you're going to do with the ball. I just saw a flag come out.
Yep.
I'm not sure who it's against, but that's it looks like.
And that's one of those plays, it's during a dead ball, so that might be an unsportsmanlike penalty there.
But who's it on is the question, is part of it too.
Because both players were on their own sides. I don't know if there was some yelling or trash talking going on. It's going to go against the Chaos as officials moving the ball forward.
And I think you saw the player on the Chaos trying to point and say, well, he was doing it too, but you know what? It's sort of like
it's not who does it really; it's who gets
caught.
Exactly.
It's like when you're a kid, and if you have younger or older siblings, usually younger siblings, and you're the older, they do something to you, and then you do something back to them, and then
you're the one that's going to get in trouble.
You're the one that gets in trouble as the older one because you're the older one, but not only that, usually you're the one that gets caught when it happens.
Chris, I think do you have some younger siblings?
I got 2 younger brothers.
I could
I'm
tell.
the oldest
I could tell
of 3.
just by the way you're talking there. So nonetheless, the snap, the pitch on the option back to running back. It picks up maybe 1 yard on the play. That was Alonzo Morgan, running back for the Thunder, after the turnover and the unsportsmanlike penalty, which cost the Chaos 15 yards. So the Thunder have good position here. Over 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. down 7-6. We take a look at the replay on this. There's a little option, and he makes a good pitch there.
Good job again. Who is it that
Olsen? I told you
Olsen,
about this
backside, coming from the backside again, able to get over there in time to make the tackle to not allow it to be too big of a gain. You said he was a name that you're going to say a lot, and you have. And when you look at it, the tackling for the Chaos has been much better than what we saw in the early goings. It's really only in the early goings of that first drive that we saw a couple of missed tackles. Other than that, the tackling for the Chaos has been great.
And a jailbreak blitz, and getting pressured, he's able to throw it away, throws it up, and had a receiver down there. Could not haul it in, but what a pressure the Chaos were able to put on there as they came bursting through the middle of the line of scrimmage. And leading the way was number 18 of the Chaos, Ricky Serger, the linebacker.
The throw was a little bit off there, but there wasn't a whole lot of room there either. Marvin Roan was blanketing his guy pretty well.
So it's going to be now 3rd down and about 8 for the Thunder. They have trips right. One receiver on the left, one running back in the backfield, dropping back to pass, looking downfield. It's a flag as he throws it, and that's going to be almost picked off by Valenti, but we're going to see what the flag was. It came before the hit on the quarterback, so I think it might be a hold.
Yeah, we'll find out what that flag is.
And as time is running out here now, the Thunder really have to make something happen. A field goal gives them the lead. And we go back to that, them going for 2 after that touchdown. And now they're losing by 1. And, you know, something in the exhibition game, you kind of want to try some new things. It's kind of like a preseason game in the NFL.
It allows you to practice game situations. Yep. The way you look at it for that 2-point conversion is, hey, there may be a time in a game where we're going to have to be able to get a 2-point conversion. They're a pretty good defense in the Chaos, so this allows you to get some film on it. But not only that, it lets you practice against another team, and that's the best practice. When you practice against yourself, you're not trying to hurt the same guys on your team. And the flag was declined. I believe it was on the Thunder. So I think it's just we're going to continue on here, and this should be a 4th down play here, 4th and about 8. So
they're going to go for, obviously, you're down by 1. Like you said, preseason game for the Thunder, exhibition game for the Chaos. Almost said blitz there. So out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to right, 2 to the left, 4 receiver spread. Dropping back, pressure coming up the middle. And he has to get rid of it and throws it out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Chaos will take over.
TNT Athletics, located in Crystal Lake, Illinois, provides athletic-based training to youth and adults in a very high-energy environment. From strength training for high school athletes to weight loss programs for parents, TNT is here to help you reach your fitness goal. And you look at the play there, there's really no opportunity to get the ball completed downfield on that near side for the Thunder. I mean, you see as he's rolling out to the right side here, he's got a lot of pressure on him, and he just throws it away. That was the right thing to do. Just throw the ball away, let your team live for another day, and don't try and force anything, even though you're down by a point.
Yeah, and like you said, too, the offense of this Thunder team have been struggling a lot, but their defense has really been playing good. I mean, only giving up 7 points to a Chaos team, though without Ayanati, still has a lot of talent on their offense with the receivers and the running back as Hunter takes the handoff and hands it off to Perry up the middle. Nowhere to go there. Gets brought down after maybe a 1-yard gain. At least gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Let's take a look at the replay on that. And there was actually Johnson on the play, not Perry. Joel Johnson.
And again, the line for the Thunder making it life difficult on the running backs for the Chicago Chaos.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10, just over 8 minutes to go here in the game. Hunter comes out for the Chaos trips right formation. Johnson in the backfield with them, moving in motion. And there's a sweep again to the outside. Gets to about the 46-yard line is McFarland. That's about the 3rd or 4th sweep. At least he's been involved about 5 of those plays that maybe they faked or handed off to. On that one they do. and the Thunder are a little bit slow to react. And like you said, Chris, speed kills, and McFarland able to get to the outside and pick up positive yardage.
And you have to really honor it now because they've gone to it so much on that motion handoff that you have to be ready for the fact that he might be getting the ball. So you don't overplay to the side that he's running to, but you have to at least, as you have the play going here.
And you said it perfectly, Chris, right when the play was developing.
Right.
As they set
That's
McFarland on the jet sweep again, and they did not hand off to him as Hunter kept it. And the Thunder defense was a little bit confused. If you take a look at the replay on this, McFarland coming into motion, the fake handoff, and Hunter looking to sweep it to Johnson does not, keeps it.
Well, the good thing is actually the linebackers didn't fall for the fake on the sweep, but they just there was good blocking up front by the Chaos that allowed for Dylan Hunter to get a little bit of a seam to get up into the field. So it was a good job by the guards to get up in there, open a little bit of a lane for him to at least get into that second level.
And I don't think Dylan Hunter was much sure what he was supposed to do on that one, but he made a great football play and got a first down on the run. So from the 40-yard line, Hunter hands off to Johnson. We got a flag on the line of scrimmage that's either offsides or
could be a false start.
Could be a false start. They have not blown those dead tonight, so we'll see what happens. They've been very consistent with that as the officials come together about the 40-yard line.
I think I just saw them point for the Chaos.
So false start. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be a repeat first down, and it'll be 1st and 15. Move them back to about the 45-yard line of the Thunder. So the Chicago Chaos getting a little bit closer here to a victory. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the game as they take that false start penalty.
Yeah, when you look at it here, just working on things in the fourth quarter, what you would do, I mean, really, you play this now in the fourth quarter. If this was a lead in an actual game, what would you do? How would you try and win this game is where I think you have to be as the Chaos right now.
So Hunter fakes the handoff. He goes outside. Pressure coming on the left, and that is a designed run. He's going to be taken down for a loss of 1. So it's going to come up to a 2nd down and 16 as Hunter's slow to get up a little bit.
It's a bit of a counter that they basically ran there. They try to get the defense thinking that they're going to go to the right on the handoff. You see the line pushes that way, but a good job by the Thunder to stay in their positions, not over-pursue to where they think that the ball might be going, and stay in their lanes and then just take Dylan Hunter down when it comes to them.
So, like I said, it's been an offensive struggle for the Chaos and for the Thunder. Both offenses have had trouble moving the ball and trouble scoring once they got into scoring position.
Yes.
The defense of both teams have been spectacular tonight.
Very good. I mean, the one score for the Thunder was a bit of luck, a bit of misfortune for the Chaos as they thought they maybe had an interception.
Yeah, really that score came on a great play from Marvin Roan, and then it turned quickly into not him being able to execute that great jump that he made on the ball.
Timeout taken by the Chaos here, and this one brought to you by Your Dog's Guru. If you want more information, go to info@yourdogsguru.com or call 847-448-8290. 446, excuse me. I can't read, apparently. As when you look at it, though, Chaos, this is probably a time when you would take a timeout. You're in a 2nd and long situation. You have 2 plays to try and get a first down to continue your drive and eat off some more clock here. Not a bad thing to do.
No, not at all. Like you said, it's under 5 minutes now. You have a 2nd down, 2nd and 15. Your defense has been playing very, very well. And then again, though, it is an exhibition game. Maybe you want to try something a little bit, but you want to. These exhibition games are more for practice. As we look at the schedule here, the Chaos schedule is put up on the board. So today is the 6th Chicago Thunder, and next week they will be on the road to play the Madison Wolves at 8 p.m. That will be on the 12th, so next Friday.
And then the 19th, they'll play Waukesha Raiders. That's another 8 o'clock game. That one will be at home.
At Melrose Park, Illinois. and then they welcome the Wisconsin Wolfpack a week after. So Chicago Chaos football going on pretty much every single week, which is great. If you're a football fan, you can't wait for the NFL to start. Come see the Chicago Chaos bring you NFL-style football and do a good job with it, as they're 3-time defending GFL champions. So coming back in from the break, 2nd down and 15 for the Chaos. Out of the shotgun is Hunter. He throws it over to the right to outside and maybe picking up 1 yard. Gets wrestled down on the play. And that was breaking to the outside was number 21 on the play. That's Perry.
And Perry kind of spun down like a top there after he was tackled, because I don't think his knee actually touched the ground is why he kept going.
No, I don't think it did.
No, and then it finally did there. That's why he finally stopped. But that's why he kind of spun around like a top, because he was just trying to keep his feet going, even though he wasn't upright going the right way.
And we have another timeout on the field.
And this one brought by Driven Benson Supply.
So under 4 minutes and about 4 minutes, 32 seconds ago. So one more look at this replay, Chris. I'm glad you noticed that, because that was really funny.
This is Perry not giving up. And you have to love it that he keeps his feet going, even though he was down and not exactly going upright and not going the right way either. He actually spun around and was going the wrong way.
Well, I don't think maybe it was a hard hit. Maybe he didn't know where he was. He just kept trying to run forward. And so good job by Perry.
He tried to get back up there at the end,
Yeah.
but he would have been going the wrong way. He would have had to turn around. You give him credit, though, for keeping his legs going after falling like that, too.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and long here for the Chaos. As Hunter out of the gun, he's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Perry in the backfield alongside with him. Johnson in the backfield. Pressure coming. Throws to Johnson on the slip screen. Johnson upfield and brought down after a short gain. Gets it about to the 45-yard line. So should bring up a 4th down. And it looks like the Chaos are going to start with the punting unit as the offense heading towards the sideline. So about 4 minutes, under 4 minutes, and about 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. It's going to be 4th and 13 for the Chaos. And they do send their punting unit out as the return unit of the Thunder come out.
Yeah, the quick blitz there. They had the screen. It wasn't a bad call for what they were seeing. Just good job coming from behind to stop the play short by the Thunder.
And Dorelli, middle, as we have a flag. And there's another one of those. Wait to see what it is. And like I said, it happened on a dead ball. So you wonder, maybe it was 12 men on the field as running off the field for the Chaos. I think that's what it is, actually.
Yeah, it was 12 men. I was counting as it looked like there was one too many guys out there for the Chaos, and that is what it was. So this is something you're practicing, though, too. Late game situation, making sure your personnel is out there and right. This could be costly if the Thunder now come back and score and you gave them an extra 5 yards. That's tough.
And the Thunder, 2 guys back to return this. And a good punt, though. High and no fair catch, and hit hard on right when he caught it. I'm trying to see who that was. Did you see a number on that, Chris?
Number 10 for the Thunder.
For the Thunder, number 10, it was John Sahagian. And for the Chaos, I can't see who got that hit. But beautiful hit, by the way. I guess he didn't see, he thought he had a blocker, and he decided to make a catch and try to run with it. But no fair catch on the play. There's a clean hit. Brought him down right, number 3.
Actually, it was, Sahagian was just in there at the end. It was Darrell Middleton was the one who actually received the ball and then took that hit.
So now the Thunder come back out, and this is a 4-minute offense now. As they have 3 receivers to right, the snap. Looking downfield, throws one, and a nice throw to the outside, and a move back to the inside around the 40-yard line. Finally gets brought down for the Thunder, number 82, Josh Jenkins. And he's been involved in the passing game today. And they're going to stay no huddle.
They have to. This is a late game situation. Chance to practice it here, and they need it against an actual team, too.
So 3 receivers to the right, and we're going to have a flag. I believe that's going to be holding. The catch is made, though, on a strike throw to the outside, and that's number 17. Listed as defensive back, playing wide receiver tonight, Jason Jones making the catch, but I believe that's going to come back. And as the Thunder are starting to fall back to a huddle farther away from the original line of scrimmage, as the officials ready to make the call. So that's going to be a holding penalty on the Thunder. That's going to bring them back 10 yards.
And it's unfortunate that happens for the Thunder because it felt like their drive was starting to gain some momentum, and then all of a sudden you're getting pushed back and not having the opportunity you thought.
So here we go now for the Thunder. 4 spread set. 2 to the right, to the left, dropping back. Throws it up top. It's hit. And that's going to be a fumble, and they finally blow it dead. So I think he got that off as a pass. It was tipped. It went right up in the air, so it kind of looked like maybe it was a fumble after the hit.
That was hard to see. We'll take another look at it here. As you see, he spins away from the pressure there, and I'd say that's an incomplete pass.
I think his arm was moving forward, so I think right call there to blow that play dead. So it's going to be now second down and 20 for the Thunder. Chaos defense ready to go. Thunder still in a huddle. They finally break. Come out in 4 wide receiver spread. No surprise there. 1 running back in the backfield. And drops back to pass, getting pressured. Throws deep to the left sideline, and a pretty good pass. Not able to haul it in, though, is Josh Jenkins, the intended receiver. And Jenkins had a beat. It looked like the Chaos were playing some zone defense. Jenkins went to a spot where no one was. And he got underneath the safety and just could not haul it in.
Found the soft spot, but like you said, not able to get the ball in, and that would have been a big gain for them, put them back near midfield. And now the pressure's on here in this third down play. You at least have to try and cut this in half, the amount of distance that you have to go.
It is definitely 4 down territory, but 20 yards to pick up in one chunk of play is very tough to do. So look for something maybe going 10 yards. So they drop back. Scrambling, gets pressured, throws one, and that's going to be a flag. And I think I agree with that. I think
he was
got
there maybe a little bit early.
And I see what he was trying to do there, trying to time that perfectly, but I think that's a good call there.
It's tough. That's one that's really tough.
And no way was that a dirty hit. He was just trying to time that perfectly. It was a good hit. Let's take a look at the replay on that. And that's really close, though. That really is.
That was very close.
That could have gone either way.
Yeah, he's there early. He's definitely there early.
So
after seeing the replay, yeah, he is definitely there a little bit early. He tried to time it right, but he just did get there a little bit too early. Like you said, that's the right play to try and make. Actually, you know what? If he doesn't try and go for the hit, he probably can get the interception if he's trying to go in front of the player.
He got there pretty soon. I mean, the ball was still not in the receiver's hand when he made the hit, so maybe a split second earlier try to step in front of it, at least bat it down. But that's going to give the Thunder a first down. 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go in this game.
That's a big flag for the Thunder here to keep their drive alive. We were just talking about how it was going to be tough with only 2 downs to pick up 20 yards.
Drop back pressure coming, throws into traffic. Double coverage there. Incomplete. So it's going to be second down and 10 now for the Thunder. And it's only a field goal game right now. They're only down by 1. All they need is a field goal, and this game is a win for the Thunder.
I think if you're the Thunder, too, even if you get in your kicker's range, I think you still keep going until you have to kick.
Oh, I agree with that
Just
for sure.
to
For multiple reasons. I mean, obviously, take more time off the clock so the Chaos don't have a chance.
Right, you would do it in a regular game. So why not? So you should do it here too. You shouldn't just go for the points.
Drop back going deep, beating back the coverage is caught at the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown, Thunder. And that was number 17. Like I said every time he makes a catch, it's Jason Jones. He's listed as a defensive back. I think he started a receiver in the second half, and he scores there. No flags on the play. That's going to put the Thunder up 13-7 now.
Well, trying to see here who their safety is on the back end, who ends up letting the receiver behind him. He ends up trying to come in front of a route here as if he was trying to pick it off. And that's what allows the receiver to get so far open. You have to keep that guy in front of you. And you see he ends up coming at the side here because he didn't allow himself to stay behind him, and that's what causes for the touchdown.
It was Deshaun Sutton on the play, playing safety there, and just a mental mistake there. You have to keep the play in front of you when you're at playing safety. You can't let everybody beat you deep, and that's what happened, and that cost him a touchdown.
The angle that he took to try and get to where the ball was thrown is what really killed him. I mean, obviously you need to try and get over there and bat that one down, but you can't try and cut in front like he was. You have to stay behind.
So we'll see if they go for the extra point to make this a 13-7 game. And I really think I say you just go for it here, because it's already you have enough. You're up by enough for a field goal. You know, I mean, it's 5-point lead right now. If you kick an extra point, it doesn't do any really too much good, because if the Chaos come down and score a touchdown, they kick an extra point, that's game over. So I say that you're nothing to lose to go for it, as they do keep their offense on the field. So 4 wide receivers set. Dropping back to pass, looking to the left, getting pressured, scrambling, and brought down, fumble, and ran out of bounds was Valenti. And that's going to be a flag on Valenti, I believe, as he pushed. Maybe offsetting, but they might get Valenti for that. Kind of a frustration getting the better of him on that.
Well, I think you're going to have.
There's another flag.
I was going to say
that's going to go against.
That's going to go.
Thunder.
This should be offsetting, because you had there the push into the back of Olsen as he's walking away. Couple of guys on either side. I think that you're going to just see this come back, and you saw the play itself. Great play by the Chaos defense to get that ball free. Valenti picks it up, and there was a little bit of a late push there at the end. That's kind of what got Valenti going, and they continued to go at each other after the whistle was blown, talking back and forth, and then eventually there's the push from Valenti and then the other push from behind.
But you just cannot let your emotions get the better of you. You have to stay. I mean, it's still a close game. You're only down by 5. There's still time left in this game for your offense to come out and make a run at this and try to get back in the lead. So the official is going to make the call right now.
So it's sportsmanlike. He signals for one side, which we knew that.
So that's Valenti. And then that's going to be Valenti. The first one was on, I believe that was 26 of the Thunder.
There was actually
Lonzo Morgan.
It was the second one was on number 88 in Andrew Short. Either that or it was Baptiste Williams. One of the two. I didn't see what the number, if it was 88 or 99. I think it was actually, looking at it now, I'm pretty sure it was Baptiste Williams was the one who did it. He gives a push to Olsen in the back when away from where the actual pushing and shoving began over by Valenti.
Yeah, Valenti is the one that got into it with Alonzo Morgan, and we thought it was the end of it there, and then we saw the other flag, the push on Olsen. Just take a look. Nice play, though, by the Chaos defense to come up with that. And Valenti able to. So both return team for the Chaos out on the field and kick team for the Thunder out on the field. 12-7. As the Thunder will look to send this one deep, and it's a short kick and muffed and dive on the floor, on the ground, picked up at about the 38-yard line. It looks like we may have a man down on the play for the Chaos.
Well, you see here.
He's getting up. He looks like he's okay. Oh.
Yeah, well, you see what happened, I mean, he tried to – it was pretty much the kick was right at him. So he tried to catch it, deflected off of him, and he runs after it. The player comes in diving to grab it for the Chaos, ends up causing it, basically tabletops him and takes out his legs and hit his legs hard there low. That's pretty – I mean, especially when you're not prepared for it like that, that's pretty painful.
So he does walk off the field. Looks like he's going to be okay. He walks off under his own power. And now the Chaos have pretty good field position. Yeah. Down by 5 here. This is the first time this season they've been down this late in a game. I think first time they've been down in the second half this season. So we'll see how they respond as Dylan Hunter comes out of the gun. 4 receivers spread, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And Hunter going to call a timeout.
And that's a tough timeout to have to waste there, especially when you're coming out of the kickoff and you have to use a timeout right off of the kickoff. That's a little bit of a shocker. That's one that really hurts you if you're the Chaos, and that's something you can't have, especially if this is an actual regular game. Really can't have that happen.
And the Chaos are in some trouble right now.
You have a flag down as well.
And I saw Hunter actually pull his teammate back. And that's going against the Chaos. So I'm going to move them back 5 yards from me. 1st and 15 now.
Now, granted, this is an exhibition game, but you can't have a late game situation start off like this. This isn't how you want it to start at all. You have the penalty there. You had the near loss of the ball almost on the kickoff where luckily a player drops on top of it after it hit off of somebody. Then you have this for the start, and now you push yourself 5 yards further.
So Hunter out of the gun, empty backfield, throws over the middle at about the 35-yard line, completed pass to tight end Thomas Loving. And they're going to go no huddle on this. This is going to take us a 2-minute warning.
Well, they're going to the huddle here because of the 2-minute warning, and that's it's really a tough play to have to go with there because you really kind of hurt yourself because you do lose some time because you go right up the middle with the play. I mean, I couldn't quite see if he had anything on the outside to try and go to. He just took what was open, and it looked like he had some players open on the outside that maybe would have stopped the clock. So a little bit of a shocker that he goes to the guy in the middle. Usually when you're down and there's less than, and you're in that 4-minute situation or 3 minutes or wherever you might be, you're looking to the outside of the field to hold on to your timeouts and hold on to the 2-minute warning.
And Hunter took that timeout to start their possession, and that may be a killer for them moving forward as they lose one less timeout.
Well, not only that, so why that play was so bad was, 1, you had a flag, and 2, you used a timeout. So you go backwards, and you lost a timeout. You should have just taken the flag.
So Dylan Hunter comes back out, 2nd and 11. Pressure out to the outside. Hunter throws it away, and that drops incomplete. So it should be a 3rd and long for the Chaos.
And that one there isn't really on Dylan Hunter. You have to give him more time to throw than that. He was running out of the pocket as soon as he got the ball off the snap.
Well, he's been getting pressured pretty much all game, and they usually keep a running back in the backfield to block for him. That play, though, that setup, as you see right there.
Empty set, right.
Empty set. No one back there to help him out.
And they bring one more. So what you maybe have to start doing then is if they don't have somebody lined up on that outside shoulder of the guy to Dylan Hunter's right, you roll him out to that right side, especially that's where you have the 3 receivers, or where you have 2 receivers on the side. This time they go bigger on the line with the tight ends.
So Hunter drops back, a little screen pass outside of McFarland. McFarland over to the right, now back in outside to the left, over the 40-yard line, down to about the 41. So now it's going to be a 4th down.
That's really tough that you're going to a screen play, too, when you're inside, when you're so far away from the first down marker. I mean, granted, they did get a big chunk of it back, but you don't want that to be your you don't want to have to be using screen plays at this time in the game.
No, the Chaos, they gotta get going here. Time is running down. It's under 1:20 now. It's going to be a 4th and 5. A must convert here for the Chaos. As Hunter out of the gun, empty backfield. Dropping back to pass. Throws over the middle, incomplete. And the Thunder offense will come back out onto the field, take a few kneel downs, and this game should be over. The Chaos are going to lose their first game of the season. And the Thunder are going to get a win here today.
Well, again, it is an exhibition game as we see the final play here for the Chaos. Actually, this was the one thrown away earlier. But when you look at that final play, I mean, there's miscommunication there. You had two players that weren't on the same page, and your quarterback and Dylan Hunter and your wide receiver as, I mean, it wasn't even thrown. There wasn't even a player really in the area for the throw.
As here it is right here.
I mean, it was thrown out in front. The receiver, I don't even think had turned his head yet for the Chaos in what looked to be, I believe that was James Former, who was the one that he was looking towards. But Former wasn't even into the break of his route yet.
So 1:04 to go. They do hand it off and run to the right side. Cuts back inside. Gets down to about the 30. Finally brought down is number 3, running back for the Thunder, Dorelli Middleton. And the clock continues to wind. And now so
clock's continue, as I say, the clock should keep running. There's no stoppages. I think the officials were just getting together about something. Now I think they just signaled for it to stop.
So 33 seconds ago now.
Now there's a little bit of confusion.
32 seconds ago.
I'm not sure if it was because there's a little bit of extra going on between Olsen and a player, and maybe that's what the head referee is. Well.
And now it's going to be a timeout.
Oh, a timeout by the Chaos, apparently. That's a little bit late I think they're telling him to put time back on. I didn't see how much time exactly, but they're putting time back onto the clock. 50 seconds.
So they reset now. The ball back down the line of scrimmage.
And you see it was a good run onto that right side. I mean, just a good job blocking up front. He gets past the line so quickly, they don't have an opportunity to try and slow him down. And then Olsen went over the top there, and maybe that's where they took the exception for the one player on the Thunder. Nothing happened because of it, and they take the knee there. This should end it, I believe. They're going to have to take one more knee, I believe.
So the final score of this game is going to be Thunder 12, Chaos 7. And, I mean, the big plays, I mean, the 2 touchdown passes, as we have another timeout for the Chaos, 2 touchdown passes, Chris, came on defensive lapses by this Chaos defense.
I'm a little surprised in the Chaos taking these timeouts. I mean, mathematically, I don't think they have a chance at getting the ball back because that should be their 3rd timeout, and that should do it. And they only have to take one more knee, and it's first downs. Well, I think that's wrong anyways. I don't think that should say first down. I believe that should say
it's second and 11.
Yeah, that I was going to say. I believe that they got the marker out
yep,
there wrong.
Yep.
We're right up here though.
We're always right here. So one more knee, and that's going to do it. And so the players are going to shake hands. And even though an exhibition game, Chris, still tough loss for the Chaos. It's such a prideful team.
It's a game too where it's the first game where these two leagues are playing each other as well.
Yep.
So it's pride for your league, and the way that it happened too is a little bit unfortunate for the Chaos. They played a pretty good game throughout, but you have to give the Thunder credit. They really struggled on offense for the good part of the first half, and they didn't give up. And in the second half, they were finally able to get some things going right, and finally got ahead in this game. Well, got it close, then got ahead.
Well, that's going to – I mean, that's exactly right. I agree with everything you say, Chris. They had some problems with penalties and some troubles on offense converting.
And we're going to look at that play that really made the difference in this game for the Thunder here. I mean, you look, the throw on the left side, the rush was coming. If this throw takes if it takes a half a second longer, we're talking about a great stoppage by the defense of the Chaos. Throw just gets off in time, and then your back end, your safety not keeping that man in front makes the difference in the game.
And very uncharacteristic of the Chaos. They're such a good defensive team. That's their bread and butter. And to have 2 defensive lapses like that cause touchdowns has got to be tough
Well-
to go home with. But you know what? They did play a good game throughout the whole way. And being an exhibition game, they'll go back to the drawing board, see what they did wrong, see what they can improve on, and be back ready to go next week.
Well, here's the thing. The first one, you really can't blame Marvin Roan too much.
No, it was a great play.
It was a
by
great
Roan.
play by Roan to get to where the ball was going and get in front. It deflected off of him and went straight to another player.
Yep.
That's not going to happen very
No.
often. So that's a bit of luck there. The second one, which this is the one here where this is the mistake that really kills you. Again, when you're safety and the guy's getting in front of you like that, and it's a late game situation, you haven't done your job right.
Yeah,
but that's something that's easily correctable. Is the
Yes.
good thing. That's the good thing that the Chaos can take away from this too, is that it's not that the player didn't get to where the receiver was in time. It's the way that he got there that made the issue.
And that play, that was actually a play, trying to see where they're going back. But that touchdown pass happened under 3.5 minutes to go in
Right.
the game. The Chaos were up 7-6, and after that, that was it. Chaos could not do much on offense, and so a tough loss here. And again, though, thanks for tuning in on SportsTownChicago.com. We are at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois. Just finished the game between the Chicago Chaos and the Chicago Thunder. The Thunder have won this one 12-7. I am Cody Grant. Alongside me, Chris Labasco. As we take one more look at the play of the game, the deep pass to number 17, Jason Jones.
And it was a good catch by Jones, too. That's something we didn't point out earlier. I mean, that ball was a little bit underthrown for him. So he had to come back to the ball, make a good catch, and then finish it off with the run to get the play that won the game for the Thunder. So, again, a lot of credit to the Thunder, a lot of credit to the Chaos, too, especially you think about it, they're playing without one of their best players.
So as the players take a knee, we're going to wrap things up here. Again, thank you for tuning in to SportsTownChicago.com. Have a good night.